You know how they always laugh at us whilst we're playing GTA?
Yeah.
Yeah, Purpse's friends were told about that as well.
Oh no. Hello everyone, welcome to this episode of Dummies and Dice. We're back!
No, we'll finish this later.
Woohoo! We're back! There haven't been technical difficulties. We're not late.
Bullshit.
What are you talking about? Not at all.
Bullshit.
Why has
Yeah,
Discord
totally
not
not
sent
me.
that message? They haven't sent any of the
Discord.
messages. They sent one.
Well, loved it.
Is it going to...
I'm going to give you a
was
host
it-
right off the bat.
Is it going to?
Oh, I
is it
like
going
how
to,
there's
is it
the
going to?
little
Nope.
profile icons. I just saw that. Ah.
Nope. So that didn't work. Alright.
Not you.
You haven't even
What
put
is
them in
that?
alphabetical order, comic. God.
I put them in
in
the order that is on Roll20.
Oh, shit, you're-
Wait, hold on. I have to do now. I have to do this now. Hold on. If I move my person, will you be able to see where my stuff is?
Oh, that's so cool.
What do you mean move your person?
If I move. Yes. Okay. I feel like if I move this
Move? What?
where my thing is,
You can't
it's not
move
letting
them.
me move.
You don't
Damn it!
move.
You can't move the profiles.
No, I was thinking of moving the little bar I have.
You can't.
You c-
That's essentially who joined the game. That's why the DM's always on the left. In what order people joined the actual game.
And
But when I did my campaign, I could move that around. Damn it! Okay. Anyways,
Yes.
I'm just trying to be.
Let me change that.
Alright. Why did that send... I hate... Discord, what are you doing today? Do we need to talk, Discord? Are you having troubles?
Are you having?
There we go. It's sent there, it's
marital
sent there.
dispute.
Do I send it in there? No, won't bother. Yes! Hello everyone!
Do you
We're
need?
back!
Do you?
After...
Do you
Hold
and,
on.
hold on. Do you and Discord need to have like a sit down? Do we need to leave the room so you can talk to Discord in
No,
peace?
it's fine, we're late enough already!
You and your girlfriend are having trouble again.
Excuse me?
Oh, so it went from the plant. It went from the shrub to Discord, eh?
No, the plants are no, the Discord's fine. It's slightly different, Purple. Slightly different.
I was waiting for people to chime in.
So do we want to get this stuff, do we want to get this sugar honey iced tea on the road and on the roll and
Yeah,
stuff like
start
that?
it so they stop taking the mick out of you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Please start!
Yes, all powerful master. Oh wait, that's me.
The DM.
I'm not gonna say.
The Percy continues to travel north along the coast
Percy?
road.
Yeah, I was about to say the Percy.
Party.
Party. Party.
I heard Percy.
You said Percy.
I said party.
You said Percy. It's okay.
I said party.
See, me and Jared heard
Made a
Percy.
disclaimer.
It's
so-
recorded. We'll go back later.
Okay.
The party continues to travel north along the coast road.
Why not west?
A few recent events hang in their mind.
Yay.
What?
No, it's gonna be mean. Don't worry about it.
Arsene suffers a fatal heart attack.
Oh, yeah. I get to
Oh,
be
Arsene, are you okay? Does this mean I can keep my
Hey, at least you didn't get Arsene and Agnes mixed up
I
again.
am night eyes. Don't worry.
The tome,
It was not
a
night out.
tome resides next to Cerno, the sylvan scribblings of madness still resting inside. The
Oh, I
final
forgot
page
that.
drifts through your minds. What kind of knowledge could the book even be referring to?
It's all about
As this
women.
hangs at the forefront of your minds, you calmly forget about the poison-breathing sky lizard that appears to be a continuous problem for those using the coast road and nearby towns. Someone else can clearly sort out this problem because, right? Well, you're not going to.
Mhm.
Or
Either
are-
way, it
dun,
did
dun.
seemingly deal with another problem, apparently posed by Agnes's past. Headhunters searching to claim a bounty placed by an unknown third party. Having managed to cover Agnes in all sorts of makeup, no thanks to your cat, you were able to get past undetected. And Agnes received not only a new hairstyle, hair coloring, and almost entire face, but also big bushy eyebrows. However, it wasn't long until you saw a familiar set of green scales and clouds of poison gas striking at where you had just been searched. The cries ringing out and quickly being silenced before it moved away.
And at that point, we went, yeah! And it went fast.
None of this, however, has stopped the questionable Syrcas from continuing on their path to Mapletide. What will they do when they get there? Not even this god knows.
Yay! I like that.
No, dog, shush! Rebels clapping.
Are we still by the tree?
I think so.
Yeah, where are we right now? We're still by the tree.
You got back into the car, and that was pretty much it.
Okay, give me a second.
Silly rebel, barking too much.
So what was the tree about then?
It was
We found half of it was gnarled and
This is more Agnes asking.
well,
Agnes was the only one that didn't go.
we found this.
A book.
Yeah. Don't read it.
Sure. Why
Un-
not?
Unless you possibly want to go mad.
Tempting, but carry on.
Well, we found it in the tree. In the tree. And
You sure you didn't find some poor kid's diary?
Dear diary,
this
I found a weird tree.
Or
If this-
Paul's diary?
if this is a diary, I want this kid to get help.
I don't think giving help by taking its diary is the best plan, though.
No,
Why
I
have you
think whoever
kept
had this book last is dead. Probably a safe assumption.
it?
Or
Oh,
stargraving mad. Either or.
And you can tell that by the diary.
Yes.
You know how it clearly has not finished the last sentence? Just strike through it, or they left ...
Agnes wasn't there.
You mean
Agnes
leave it?
has heard
Or
nothing.
they wrote "arg" as they bled out dying. You know, those sort of things.
yeah.
The general's blood splatter on the last page.
So, I'm just gonna put this book down somewhere and leave it be.
You're bringing it with us.
Well, we could sell it.
You just told me
Yeah.
not to read it, and you're going to sell it on just some random stranger.
Give it to
Well,
someone
no,
you
just-
don't like.
Just give it to someone.
So the druid.
Well, I haven't thought that far ahead. Maybe I'll read it some
Mhm.
more. I don't know.
You just Sure.
So I
I'm a
don't
little
think I
shaken
will
up,
have much
okay?
more.
That dragon.
Mhm. Solved many problems for me.
Dragon.
Hmm.
And what just happened to Agnes? Do we want to talk about that, or do we just want to keep moseying on?
We
down?
could also talk about who you guys don't want to meet.
Let's get on our
You
way, eh,
know,
boy?
Don't turn this on us. And as soon as I say don't turn it on us, I whoosh, and pick up the face. Seeing if I can knock Agnes off.
Nope.
Moseying on.
She's been sat in there for ages. She ain't budging.
He has many.
I finally got Rebel to be quiet. I literally just walked in the room and screamed, "What are we looking at? Why are we barking?" I turned around and started walking, and it was like, "Oh!" They looked at me like,
Alright.
"Oh, okay." Thought you were gone.
So I'm moving on.
Off we go. Well, I
On the
managed
road
to keep going.
again.
Is there anything else
Round
interesting
the
about this
road
tree,
again.
or you just the book?
Oh, we're still at the tree.
No, we're
No,
in the
we're, like,
cart.
in the
We're about
Yeah,
to
we're in the cart leaving.
get on our way.
Mm.
Right?
There wasn't anything else
God,
interesting.
I'm gonna pray to God, like out game. Hey, God, what's going on?
Wait, what?
Sub
DM.
dead.
Nate. Yeah, I was about to say, is Nate?
No,
being
you guys are
tr-
just talking.
Yeah, I was.
Hmm. Didn't Savangale cast identify on it?
She did.
Hmm.
So Agnes has actually been sat around for like over 20 minutes.
Yes, and she's been doing shit.
I think I stayed behind too. I can't remember.
No, you all went apart from Agnes.
No, that probably did actually. I like trees.
Yeah.
And then Bor and Cerno stuck their hand in the tree.
I went but it didn't work because.
And Savangale just poked it and stared at it for a bit.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. No,
If so, if you guys are done with the tree,
we'll
can
just
we
keep
move
going
on?
to Mapletide.
I thought we were in the cart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
in the
ready to
cart.
move on.
I said, yeah, we're going.
Yeah. Right.
Right, so you're on the road again.
I already made that joke.
I know, but I made it again.
Eh.
DM gets final say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not even final say. That is literally just a statement which is true. I just made the joke again. All right. Well, you continue on, and it's about another 2 days of somewhat uneventful traveling. You do pass by one or two people making their way to Neverwinter.
I would like say Agnes kind of is like hood up and keeping low this whole way just in case.
All right.
Two hooded folk now.
And Savangale also reapplies the makeup on occasion if she ever sees anybody that looks suspicious.
Just like quick shoves makeup in Agnes's face. Just like, there's someone on the road.
Just has a bucket full of like white powder and just throws it all over you.
God.
Makeup!
Mm.
All right. It's you're about 2 days. Actually, no, you're about a day out from Mapletide, and you're making your way along the road. And you see on the horizon appear to be a few tents just set up on the side of the road.
How many?
About 3 or 4.
Cool. Do the tents look familiar?
I mean, they're tents.
We
Okay.
could ask Night Eyes to go. have
They're
a
not
look
blocking the
for
road,
them.
are they?
No,
No.
they're slightly to the side of the road, and there may be a fire going. You can just about tell from the plume of smoke slowly trailing up.
How late in the day is it?
You're talking about mid-afternoon.
Good.
Do we want to
Afternoon.
pull up and have a quick nosy before we
Mm.
go further, Agnes?
I don't see why. Is
They're
there
not
something
that
particular
broken.
you wish to know?
Well, our last experience with the with people in tents on the side of the road was a bit mixed. I'll say. So, caution.
You mean the people that stopped and searched us and were after me? So you wish to stop and talk to these people?
I just want to look. You never know. Before we lead you in. And you never know. Maybe
Sure.
they're not looking for you.
Does it look
No,
like?
they could be looking for you instead.
We're not
does it
talking
look
about
like
that.
Nate?
Talking about what?
Exactly.
I just said
Nothing.
they just could be looking for you.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
What were you trying to ask, Abby?
Does it look like there's anything wrong with their carts at all? Like they've broken
No,
down?
you don't see a cart
No
from
cart.
this distance. You're
can
quite
walk it.
you're a fair bit away. You can see a couple of tents and a trail of smoke.
Can I ask Night Eyes to sort of fly over and just have a
Indeed, you can.
poke just to see if they're friendly or not?
Is he hiding?
I don't think he needs to hide, but I don't want him to be like right up close to them.
All right, so
No,
at a height, but not purposely trying to avoid being seen.
Mhm.
Well, roll a perception check for him.
Because that's a flash only 20 plus his perception is a 5.
Boy, put your shirt back on, by the way.
He got a 23.
All right, so from the images you receive from Night Eyes, you see what appears to be about 4 tents, no cart, a campfire with some meat currently cooking over it, and 2 figures sort of sat around the campfire poking at it. They don't appear to be heavily armored. They do appear to have maybe leather, maybe studded leather armor. Not heavily armored, and he notices there are some weapons, but there's also a few piles of pelts, and one of them is fiddling with something in their hands.
Okay, thank you. We'll ask him to come back to me. Come back.
No.
No.
He slowly circles back.
He's a speedy boy. Oh, I've relayed this information to everyone, by the way, as he was sending it to me.
Do they look like a watch?
They look more like they've been hunting, I'd assume. Considering they have loads of pelts and whatnot.
Well,
Strange to be staying out this far in town then.
I don't think we should stop for them.
let's
Hmm.
just
Now that messy
go on
old-
by and hope nothing goes to
Yep.
balls.
Mhm.
If it does, we got this.
Just keep your head up over your head.
And
Keep
Cat,
in mind
no
too.
makeup.
I take my cloak
Savindale
back
has
and
the
then
bucket of
immediately
makeup ready to dump on our seat on Agnes.
On our scene? Yes, our scene.
Oh yeah,
I've
try
seen
and
two
use
just
I didn't
because.
do it this time. I didn't do it this time.
I've seen you.
Boy puts his
Savingale
cloak back
seems
on.
to have an endless supply of makeup buckets to throw over people.
It's just dust she's been picking up off the road.
Well, it's just sand, which somehow miraculously dyes your hair.
You
Boy
can
has
make
his-
face powder out of sand.
Yeah, boy has his cloak back on, hood up, and keeps going.
When you realize you're
Well, we'll wait
dragging
for my
the
clock to
better
stop
armor
chiming.
after you.
Ching,
Ching, ching.
ching, ching,
Ching,
ching, ching. I don't
ching.
know how that thing goes. It was
There we go. That's 11 of them. So, you continue on your path along the road, and as you approach the tents, you begin to get the soft scent of cooking meats and tanning hide. You-
Cerno has his hood up as well.
Do we all just have our hoods up?
Everyone but Savingale, apparently.
Why I
Okay.
chuck my hood back down so we're less suspicious, even though it's really awkward.
Savindale is waving her giant poofy sleeves all around and making a huge commode of making you guys target.
She's at the
It's
back
like-
of the thing,
like-
just arms out.
it's like floppy arms. Do 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 do.
Well, Savingale, since you are staring at them, you notice that the one which is sort of just stoking the fire notices you as you go past and just has a look of, what? Sort of gives a slight wave to you and then goes back to poking the fire and seems to say something to the other one.
Savindale just waves back.
Give a polite nod and then you just keep going. Keep going. It's so awkward.
Boy, pick it up. Whoosh.
And you seemingly race off even faster for no reason around these very confused people. In fact, you see someone stick a head out of their tent and go, what was that all about?
We're so soft. For no reason.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Savindale
not
starts playing the
murderers.
bagpipes. Savindale starts playing the bagpipes just to make it look like the literal circus just came and walked through, and for an amazing story later on.
Well, as you start to play the bagpipes, you realize that Boar is pushing the horse perhaps a bit too fast, and well,
Mm-mm.
You're rapidly
No.
moving away from them.
Uh-oh.
Just chill a bit. Give the poor horse some breathing space.
Boy slows down the horse.
They very happily come to a very slow plod.
Poor horses.
Who gave him the reins again?
I did.
Mm.
We didn't. We just kind of let him do it.
Well, you eventually come to a rest, set up camp, and spend the night, letting the poor horses recover from their ordeal of Boar driving them yet again.
Poor
And
horses.
as the sun rises, you have a little bit of difficulty persuading them to get hooked up to the cart again.
No. Sarah, work your beast magic.
Boar is going to walk away from the cart.
The horses seem much happier about being attached to the cart.
I'm gonna take the reins and sort of pat and go, there, it's okay. I'll take it easy on ya. And I wait for everyone to get in and get their stuff ready and such.
Boar is going to walk alongside the cart until it gets tired.
Well, the cart moves slightly faster than Boar.
Shit.
Run, ball, run.
Yeah, Boar's gonna start training for his 10k dash he has to do.
Rolling it back
Mhm.
with temple first.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's tiring, and Boar is maintaining a jog alongside the cart.
I gotta work out my calves, guys.
Don't exhaust
You
yourself.
know what,
man.
Boar? Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god.
Wah, wah, wah.
Where does it say the saving though?
It's
Because now I
It's,
don't know where
top,
shit
top,
is.
top left.
it's the top left box.
Constitution. Okay.
Oh, it's along the very top. Mm.
Yeah, but do I click on that to see the?
It says con +1.
Is that both for saving throws?
You don't have a proficiency in saving throws. Look, where are you looking?
I'm looking at the top.
I think he's on his phone.
No, I'm not on my phone.
Oh.
I
Okay,
see the
so
Constitution and I just see a +1. Is that the
Yeah.
saving throw? Is what that is? Okay.
Not-
If you see,
if it's in the square box and it's small, it should say saving throw modifier.
I don't
Right there.
see the saving.
if you see this, it's your saving throws.
If I see.
It's next
That
to
one.
you.
Oh.
It's like
They're
okay.
the saving?
So
Those
it's
are saving
it's a
throws.
+1
Oh,
The
okay.
other
Constitution.
ones. The
Okay,
other ones
those are
are
the
your
Oh, it says saving throw.
modifiers.
Okay,
not
yeah.
saving
Yeah,
throws.
I'm an
they
idiot.
all say what they are. The ones along the top are your
It's a 7.
stats. See, this is laid out a bit more like the actual print-off sheets.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyways, yeah, I got a 7.
Well, you're able to keep a pace for a while, but after, oh, this is getting bit. Oh, you haven't worked out your legs. Oh, you forgot to stretch. Oh, it's cramping. It's cramping. It's cramping, and you have to kind of pull yourself onto the car and just slowly massage your left leg.
Okay.
Could have been worse. Didn't pull anything, did you?
No, I should be fine.
Stretch it off.
Yep, and I do stretches. in the
Or
cart
what did I
as much
tell
as
you
can.
about missing leg day? Honestly.
Never skip leg day. I remember.
Exactly. Never skip leg day. Because when you do, you can't run as fast away from the things that are trying to kill you.
I don't think that's.
I don't know. I did quite well.
Folks, Boar in the leg that's sore.
Ah!
Let's just keep going.
All right, so the path begins to wind closer and closer to the coast now. You're beginning to hear the sounds of the sea, even glimpses, bits of beaches as the cliffs slowly begin to lower and form more into hills near the shore side. Just on the horizon, you think you can make out the shape of of what you assume to be Mapletide, and there are a few bushes dotted along the path, which you're slowly trotting down at a relaxed pace.
Easy on the poor horses.
Yeah, I'm being easy on the poor horses. We continue on to Mapletide.
No,
Now,
well,
seeing
make some
being
perception
paranoid
checks
is
for me.
keeping an eye out. Okay,
Me,
yep.
perception check?
Well,
Okay.
Arsene's that she's keeping an eye out, and
Ah.
since you're driving, Cerno, you as
Alright.
Because I'm paranoid. Where's
We're all
my...
fucking
This is-
paranoid. Something from Agnes's past came up, and this is literally where Boy and Cerno did a thing.
Agnes is paranoid,
Well,
but
it was
she's
this
paranoid where
area.
she's keeping head down and covered and just don't see me.
That'd be a 19.
That's a 9.
Oh.
9.
9. Arsene is
Reach.
Arsene is a bit too busy paranoidly looking at the sky for any green moving mountains, which you guys keep on ignoring. However, Cerno, you having your eyes on the road, notice something slightly weird. There appears to be a blue pointed hat on a bush about 60 feet away from you, which you're slowly making your way towards.
I
Hold on.
I
Could you just-
pull to like I just sort of slow down and take a closer look.
Seven Gull jumps up and pats it.
Wait, how far away are we?
You're
And
about
has-
30, you're about 30 feet away from this bush with a blue hat on it.
Should I
Can I
shoot?
go
Like
and
a
steal
blue
the hat?
pointed hat, and there seems to be slight sparkles to it.
Shall I shoot?
Seven
Can
Gull
I use-
slowly goes up to it and attempts to pat it.
Can I use Mage Hand
Um,
and lift the hat?
All right, Savangal, as you're approaching this bush to pat it, a small spectral hand appears, grabs the tip, and begins to lift. And as the hand does so, you just see a hand stick out of the bush, reach up, grab the hat, and start trying to pull it back down.
Nope, nope, nope.
Wait, give it back! Give it back! Give me back my hat!
You're not very well hidden.
Seven Gull
Who said that?
Seven
A
Gull
small
pats the
gnomish
person.
face sticks its way out of the bush, still hand holding onto the hat.
I
The hat gives you away.
I don't think he was hiding.
Topples slightly at suddenly the force coming back to him, and he kind of puts the hat back on his head, and kind of squints down and notices you guys in the cart.
Hi.
You're 30 feet away.
Oh.
I've
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see any danger, so I'm just going to start the horse back up and pull it up alongside this stranger.
What are you doing trying to steal my hat?
I was trying to help you. You're not very hidden.
I'm not trying to hide.
Told you.
Mhm.
Why are you in the bush?
Yeah.
Collecting herbs.
Those good herbs.
Inside the bush.
Sure.
Yeah.
What herbs are you
kind of herb?
collecting?
Oh,
Well, at the moment, I'm looking for sapphire mallow.
Do I recognize the name?
You know what? Make a nature check, Cerno.
Nature check. Let's see. That's a plus.
Can
one.
I
That's
make an
just-
insight check to
that's
see if
plus
he's
one.
like bullshit or just senile?
You can roll an insight.
What
Maybe
what did
12.
you say he looked like?
It's a small gnome. I didn't
Ah.
actually describe anything else. It's a small male gnome. He looks at it's got some half moon glasses sort of perched on a nose, and got a bit of a wispy, very thin black mustache.
What did I say? Senile or batshit crazy?
Sure.
I'll see if he's
seeing
batshit.
angles
God
suspicious.
dang it!
He seems to be completely fine and doing exactly what he told you he was. So no, you do actually recognize the name of this herb. It is it's quite a common found herb near the coast.
Can't fucking roll tonight.
It doesn't often grow in bushes, but it does often grow grassy plains along the coast. It's a sort of four-petaled flower which points a bit like a compass
Would I
and has a very distinctive blue color.
would I know what it would sort of be applied to? Like, would it be sort of applied to medical practices or such?
It's actually often used as incense in certain wizards' spells and a few other spells of divine casters as well.
Oh my god, he's
Okay.
an old man wizard who's batshit crazy.
Can Seven Gull stealth pat the gnome?
roll a stealth check. Go on. Why not?
Batshit crazy old wizard. This is all that matters.
You manage to end up in the bush with him and are just patting him on the back, and he doesn't appear to be noticing.
Do I notice this?
No.
Oh God, the stealth is real.
Jesus.
Well, we're finding your herbs, friend.
Luck? I don't need luck. I know where they grow.
Even better.
Can Savigal see what kind of things that are in the same bush that she's in with him now with?
Sure. There does appear to be of one or two plants growing around this bush's trunk. You don't know what the herb he's looking for is, so you have no idea if it is or not. Other than that, doesn't appear to be much. A few scuff marks of his boots, and he kind of ends up pulling himself out of the bush with the odd twig just still sticking out of his clothing.
So I ask him if there's any interesting news here recently or something.
Rights his hat slightly.
So what has been happening recently around here? We're gonna need to town.
He kind of glances around. I think that tree's growing by a foot.
So you are not involved in the town then?
Oh, you're talking about Mapletide? I thought you said around here.
I said around town.
Ah, that could be any town, miss. I live in several.
What is your name again?
What'd you say again? You never asked in the first place.
What is your name?
Johan at your service.
At my service? As in, you'll do what I say?
Oh, God, please don't.
In exchange for gold, if there is something which I can help you with, I will.
Depending whether it is helpful or not. What has been going on in the town that you are nearby?
Yeah, business as normal. People come, people go. Goods come, goods go. I don't really pay too much attention to them.
I love this NPC.
You don't get involved at all?
Oh, there was a festival recently.
Ooh.
A lot of people came for that.
You mean in Neverwinter?
I assume there was one in Neverwinter as well.
He's talking about summer life.
Can we have the? Yeah.
I didn't know there was one here as well.
Well, I mean, it's generally celebrated everywhere.
Well, it's not like it's only celebrated in one town. That would be weird.
No, but not every town celebrates it.
I love this wizard.
True, but then again, it's more of a city than a town.
There you go. There's helpful information. You're on your way to a silver.
Wait, you've never been to Mapletide?
No.
She's
I'm not from the north.
around here. Yeah.
Well, that much is obvious.
And why would that be?
Your hair, for starters.
She wouldn't have let the cat dye her hair.
Savigal looks extremely proud at her work.
Saltwater would wash that right out. And at this point, you see he's brandishing a small little cane and kind of gesturing at it before putting it back down and leaning on it slightly.
Well, maybe. We shall see.
Johash, right?
Johan.
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 So,
I'm guessing.
do you
it's
just
spelled
sit out here
J-O.
by yourself? That's rather sad.
I wasn't sitting.
Johan.
He is craning his neck to look up at you guys on this cart.
Boy gets off the
Oh.
cart, and
You're
He's still
so-
craning his neck.
I'm going to go ahead and sit down next to him. Well, sit down leaning against the cart and ask him. This is to help your neck out. I know looking up is hurts.
Oh, how considerate.
Thank you. Is there any
Doesn't do that for you,
recent
Sana.
news He does at times.
Any what? Sorry.
Is there any news? Any recent big events that have shooken the town or caused panic recently?
Well, I think someone dropped a match at one point, but other than that, I don't think much panic has happened.
Dropped a match.
Nothing escaped. Set free.
Not in the town?
People's disappearing.
Wait, where are you seeing this? What?
No one disappearing randomly.
Oh, you're really stretching my memory here.
I hand him.
Is it that hard to remember someone or large groups of people disappearing?
Well, when you live in 3 different towns, it kind of is.
Where else do you live?
How do I manage my
What do you want to know?
You brought it up.
Well, I also live in Lake Crossed and Ember West.
Hmm. I'll just take note. Good places to visit?
Depends.
You know I'm new here.
Where the fuck is?
Should
Well,
I
depends
visit?
what you're interested in, and clearly, miss. If you like getting bored to death from the history of mankind, sure, go to Ember West. Bunch of pricks.
I take it not a good place for you then.
Anyway,
This entire time, Savingal's just massaging his head.
he doesn't notice, but every time you knock the hat, he just kind of recorrects it, apparently not realizing. Just slowly messing up his graying hair.
Oh, there's a boy.
Well,
Is there any
like you said, would pay
general-
you if you'd been helpful.
Oh, why do you think those are my services? Good joke, good joke.
What do you?
Maybe I
want?
should become a guide.
You're stood in a bush on the side of the road. What else would I think you were helpful for?
Well, you didn't
Cleaning
ask.
the horses?
That's-
God, no, I have people for that.
Um,
Could hire.
what are your services?
Well, depends what you're looking for, but I mostly deal in the mystical arts.
Oh.
Normally it's
Such
finding
as...
people's cats or something, but still.
Oh.
I'm a diviner, dear.
At the mention of cat, Savingal meows.
Oh, dear lord! Well, I
Such a
don't
good
want to try and
job.
get that cat out of a tree.
You found one. Well done.
He's just looking you up and down at this moment, Sam.
Oh look, you found our cat.
Are you just gonna like scrying and stuff?
Yeah, that's part of it. Again, I'm mostly used for getting cats out of trees.
So nothing of the necromantics.
I'm sure
Hmm.
I have 1 or 2 necromantic spells rattling around somewhere, but it's not really my thing messing with life and death energies.
That's a big no-no to play with.
How would one
This is
go?
Well, I mean, it's not that it's a no-no, it's just that I don't
Okay,
particularly
without a
enjoy that field of study.
You've bored me already.
How-
Yeah, well, I can't stop looking at your hair, so...
At least you're looking.
She's grouchy.
That's just
Oh,
Agnes.
that explains the mood.
Been a bad few days, let's say that. The dragon coming this way is one problem.
I don't think it was actually coming this way. I think
I don't.
it's...
Yeah. I
You
don't
sure?
think
It keeps
probably.
hunting further and further out this way. People on the side of the road
how much
hiding
you
in
know
bush.
about dragons, but they actually have quite a wide hunting area.
Exactly. People on the side of the road stood in bushes with their hat out in the open for everyone to see should be worried.
Where'd you get your hat?
I made it. Do you like?
Yeah.
Very much
Where's
so.
mine?
Okay. But do you know where we could acquire hats?
A shop.
Cerno looks at Bora and goes,
Fascination.
just looking over like, what?
Boris astounded by the knowledge. A shop. Ooh.
So, excuse me, Johan. What kind of how does scrying work exactly? If I might ask, sorry, I'm very.
Well, normally they give me a bit of fur, because you can always find fur of a cat lying around your house. And that's a
true.
good enough focus to be able to focus on the damn thing and find that it's up the same bloody tree as always.
I feel like
And-
we've
Then again, there's only like 2 trees near the Mapletide for them to hide up anyway, so.
I feel
And with
like
your
we've-
pay from rescuing cats, you can afford people to clean your horses.
Yeah, Star.
God, no! I don't own horses.
You just
You
So
you said
I'm
you
gonna
can
say this
find
now.
cats. Did you find people?
Yeah, I mean, I would prefer to. To be honest, at this point, I could probably just charge them the money and tell them to go to the same bloody tree, but
Oh
And
my
that's
god.
what
What do you
old
need
man.
to find a
He's
person?
a senile detective wizard.
normally a description tends to be, well, a description can work. Something which they've owned can be quite helpful.
Crap, I don't think we have any of the stuff left over from town.
without finding a person's location, could you figure out what someone's up to, how their life is?
Well, I can stare at them from several, no, several hundred miles, maybe 1,000 miles away.
By the way, out of character, I just want to say, if we ever lose Savangal somehow, if we lose her, there's an easy way to find her now.
If we keep this guy around, yeah.
I'll go. I don't have anything from the town of missing people. That's annoying. I wish I.
Johan, if we were
Oh, I should probably also mention it's also restricted to this plane. So, if your cats are interdimensional wandering beings, they might have slightly more difficulty.
I don't think we need
That's
to
Sorry,
worry about
Savangao,
that.
we may lose you.
If we were
Kind
hoping
of glance at Sav and go, "Travel the world, do you, dear?"
Yeah, I have already.
Wait, what?
We don't know nothing about fucking Savangal.
So if you wanted to peer on someone, you could relay what their life is like right now, their surroundings.
Their surroundings, not so much more them.
Hmm.
if we were
I
considering this
I
and would like to
lean
find
into
you at a later
Agnes.
date, where might we find you?
I lean into Agnes. We're looking for the same things, right? The people in the town, right?
I lean in as well.
Sure,
going
yes.
on?
Yes. The
Oh,
missing
we were
people,
sat on the
yes.
floor.
Well, miss with large horns.
Yes.
Ooh, a little dragon.
Yes, would you
Cute.
like to pet him?
Anyway, you can find me at my home, normally Mapletide, Lake Cross, or Ember West. Any of
Okay.
the three.
Can
Well,
we
thank
have
you.
like a Pacific looking building or
I'll just ask around, they'll point you to me.
okay.
I'll see you
Okay.
in the blue hat. Okay. Would you like to pet Night
Johan.
Eyes?
Oh, sure, why not?
Just pass him Night Eyes because Night Eyes loves being pet.
Oh, what
Me
a
next.
cute little one you are.
His name is
Mm.
Night Eyes. He's very
When
sweet.
Night Eyes leaves Agnes. I say, damn it!
No, Night Eyes
Well
is my
done.
beast. My beast companion.
Anyways,
Anyways, we- anything else, guys? Or we'll probably should.
No, I think we're on our
Best
way.
be on
no, I think it's time to go to town.
Thank you for
Perfect.
your
Show
time.
Maplewood again? I don't.
Good
Yeah,
day.
thank you.
But no.
And I
And
Okay.
yourselves.
and I the reins and canter on off into the.
Do we have the cat?
Boar and Savangal are out of the car.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, wait.
Well, I start
Boar's going
slowly and I
to
look
argue
behind
run
them
against
like,
it.
come on! And I'm still sort of driving the horse. on.
Samuel gives him one last pat.
He reaches up to try and ruffle some part of the fur on your head, but he's just so short, he's just kind of more sort of a wave and goes, staff it.
I'm gonna start running along the cart again.
Well, he's moving slowly.
Okay.
I'm waiting for them to get in.
And then after patting him, then she gets on the cart.
Is Ball getting on the cart?
Boy gets on the cart.
I start to
Night
pick
Eyes
up
is
speed.
happy. Well, Night Eyes can fly back whenever he fancies. I don't know.
Ah. No, he passes Night Eyes to you before you set off.
Oh, okay.
As you're beginning to set off, you hear him mutter, bother. Never mind.
What is it?
Do you need something?
At this point, you are moving away.
Boy jumps
Mhm.
off the cart. Boy jumps off the cart.
For flip's sake! Like, stop
I
the
heard
cart
a
again.
thing.
He's now sort of just turned around and started looking around in the grass.
You needed something?
Oh, good to see you again. Have you lost your cat?
No, actually, surprisingly, no. You were going to say something.
Oh, right. If you feel like ever earning some gold, I might be able to help you with that as well. Here it is.
Oh.
He picks up what appears to be a ruby, shakes it slightly. A damn thing.
Can we see him
Just
doing this?
shakes a ruby.
Yeah, it's a ruby. It's quite large in his hand, but if it was in your hand, it would probably be the center of your palm. Not too large. Maybe 50 piece, a 50p piece sort of size.
Okay.
It's a bit bigger than an acorn.
What
Wait,
type
size of a
of
compass.
work are you talking about?
Oh, collecting things. Oh, stand back if I was you.
Oh, okay. Boy stands back.
There we go. And kind of just hits it against his staff. Damn it.
Can we see this?
Yes, you can see him doing this.
I was gonna say.
You okay?
Fine. Whack! God damn it! And with that, you hear it as a small sort of portal appears just in front of him and goes, there we go. Walks through it, and you just see it go and vanish.
Oh my god. Hey,
What the fuck?
What did he want, Ball?
Cool.
And Savigal run an Arcana check to see what kind of magic he used.
Some form of teleportation. It would fall into the school of conjuration.
Boy's never seen that before.
wait, is conjuration part
Awesome.
divining?
Can
No.
you guys do that?
No, I don't think I can at
I want
least.
to learn how to do that. Anyway,
What did he want,
Boy
Ball?
heads back to the cart. Oh, he said if we ever wanted to make some money, just hit him up and it'd be looking for things, apparently.
And then he disappeared. Helpful.
Yeah. But
You said
pretty
we
much.
could ask people and they'd point us in the right direction.
So do we
Yep.
get on our way?
Oh, definitely. I'm
Yes.
bored.
I start the horse
I'm bored of
again.
the gnome who's disappeared.
I start the horse on again and sort of pat it as an apology for the stop. And we continue on into the town.
All right. So you continue to make your way, somewhat confused and intrigued by the small gnome.
Guys, he just teleported. He like on the thing, and it just like boom.
Mhm.
So cool.
That's very cool.
And you slowly make your way towards Mapletide, and as you approach, the sun begins to slowly dip lower and lower. It rises in the sentinel. It slowly dips lower and lower into the ocean from your viewpoint. As your attention turns towards Mapletide, it's an actually quite interesting city to behold. The eastern side is surrounded by a wall quite simple in design, with your expected defenses mounted upon it. You've got a few arrow slits, one or two sort of towers which appear to have ballista installed. You think you can make out just one or two guard doing patrols along the top. A few buildings can be seen sort of jutting out from above this wall. Not too tall, probably about 4 stories tall, some of them. There is more noticeably are the towers on the wall than the actual any buildings inside the city. However, the thing which is of interest is the masses of lumber, rope, and iron which makes up the foundations and buildings on the western side, which hangs out off into the ocean. It appears for half the city sits upon a sort of pier and stilts off into the ocean for a fair distance.
That's kind of fucking.
As you get closer, you
Nice.
begin to notice there appears to be other iron bars, poles running along the bottom as well, never going down, but always just along and then sticking up. Somewhat hard to discern.
So
Several
wait.
ships sit
Never mind.
in the
continue.
water, docked at different parts. Some of them appear to be loading cargo and provisions. One appears to be loading people, where they're making their way on board, sort of generally chatting. And one thing which does draw your eye also on this side is leading away from it, sort of more out into the ocean to the south, is a very thin and long sort of looking ramshackle jetty which leads to a tower sat upon stilts in the
What is
water.
jetty?
Like a pier.
As you make closer, all of a sudden a blinding flash of light comes from the top. And as you look, you notice that it actually is swinging around, or at least rotating inside the tower. As a minute or so later,
Lighthouse.
the light blinds you once again.
Oof.
Ah, it's blinding.
Ow, ow, my eye. Ow, I looked directly
Wait,
into it.
hold on.
Ow.
So,
Ow.
so me and Cerno have been here before.
Yes.
Why did I
Can
not
we
remember
go-
to not look at that thing? Ow.
You know, don't worry, I did the same thing as well. Can we look for a familiar inn we've stayed at?
When you get to the city, sure.
Yeah, okay, yeah. When we get
I
inside, we'll look for. the inn
Do
we've stayed
suggest that we find an inn on this side, on like the eastern side of the city. for
Yeah,
On
we
Agnes's
land?
stayed
sake.
pretty. We
Hmm.
stayed on land, yeah.
Has Sevendale ever come across a lighthouse on her travels?
Have any of us?
um,
Whoops, I
one or
just-
two other cities in the along the Sword Coast do indeed use lighthouses.
No, Rebel, damn you.
So Agnes would have seen one, and Savangal would have most likely. Although this
Uh-huh.
one looks relatively ramshackle in its building, and you may actually do what? Roll an intelligence check.
Who?
Anyone who feels like it.
I
to a
have
maximum
an
of 2 people.
intelligence of 0. So
Intelligence
I
is
would,
perception. Was that sorry?
Intelligence.
Oh god, no, my intelligence is god awful.
Mine's 0.
Hey,
God, we're dumb.
Jam does a good thinking.
Do you-
Okay,
do you-
then
I'm not using my dice.
Jam Savangal after Agnes Savangal after concluding. Do you think that the lighthouse might be built so far away from the town just in case it topples, it doesn't hit anything?
Hmm. They're not very good
Doesn't
builders
seem to
here,
be the most
apparently.
stable of things.
Down
And
the
the
bloody
jetty
water.
connecting it to the rest of the town appears to sway slightly with every wave.
okay. I didn't hear what Jam said. What is a jetty? Is it like a
It's like a
makeshift
pier.
bridge? Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
just think literal, just timber just stuck in the water
Mhm.
going down.
Makeshift
and then things built on top of it. But you've played
Okay.
GTA, right?
Not much. I didn't really pay attention to some of it.
You know how there's that Ferris wheel over the water?
Maybe, yeah. I didn't really play
That's a
the Ferris
jetty.
weel too much.
Okay,
Oh,
just
okay,
basically
that's all I
think
needed.
when you
Okay,
go to
that's
any
all I
beach,
needed. Okay,
when the
okay,
wood
we'll
goes
just
out, all right, that's a
take
jetty.
time. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
when essentially
a
the wood
thing
just
called
carries
Google.
out at the same height.
That.
Okay.
Although this is more akin to Santa Monica Pier than anything else.
Oh, okay. I know what a jetty is then now. Okay, like a makeshift, almost makeshift bridge. Okay, cool. Got it.
Rustic.
It's essentially like half a bridge for things to dock to,
Yes. Okay,
Mhm.
got it.
or to
I've
stay well
actually-
above the waterline.
I've come across a lot of jetties in my life. Anyways,
All right. Since I'm driving the horse and cart, I'm gonna look for a place to keep them.
Well, as you approach the city wall, you notice that that there are actually quite a few buildings outside with sort of field areas set off, and it appears to be most of the stables are kept outside of the city walls.
All right. We look for a place to store them and stuff.
Well, there appear to be a few stables.
Preferably one that could be easy to get away from very quickly, like drive out from very quickly. But if
well,
not,
I mean,
then
they're all outside of the city, so you're not going to be stopped by a gate or anything.
Which one looks like it will take care of our horses the best?
The expensive one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, first of all, Agnes is correct, but roll perception check if that's what you're trying to figure out.
Okay, you called Agnes Jam and you called me Agnes.
Oh, wait, did you say perception?
That
sorry?
sounds like an Agnes thing to say, though.
True.
11.
today has been a good day.
For names.
Good day.
Everyone getting them wrong.
I've done it.
Evil
twice.
sorceress lady. There you go. That applies to both of you.
That's better.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Well, you say evil, I say ador. Anyways,
Adorably evil. I rolled an 11.
yeah, that works. That works.
Well, they all seem to be of decent quality stables.
How
There
many
seems
are
to
there?
be there's about 5 of them. There appears to be the reason for there being that many is they sort of need that many people to look after the number of horses which are kept there.
Oh,
You do also notice that there is quite a wide track which follows around the eastern wall of the city. And the road actually seems to narrow before going into the city gates.
Okay.
We'll
So horses and carts aren't a thing that goes into.
Right, we go to the second one.
Meeny, miny, mo.
Yes, you can reasonably assume that, Jam.
So the second one then.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, well, Arsene pulls out a weird polyhedral, rolls it, and press the second one to which you shall go to.
Where did you get that?
Yeah, they just appear sometimes.
Hmm.
Oh,
Are
it's
sure
lovely.
she's not magic?
I have magic.
Rangers have magic.
Magic.
Mhm.
I have a shovel.
Anyway, so you pull up to one of the stables, which you have randomly assigned the number 2 to.
Hmm. I went from left to right.
But did you go like down and then down, or left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right?
Hmm. God.
Oh my god.
Left, left, right, right, left, right.
Oh my god.
No, it's up.
I did that.
It's up, down, down. Left, right,
Okay.
left, right. A, B, start.
Just remember where we parked the car, guys.
Okay, so
It's row D.
Parking number
Base
32.
763.
I had that at the car park the other week, and the only people who left the car there were the 3 elderly people. That was great fun.
So you approach. You notice that there are a few field hands sort of currently feeding the horses in the stables as at the moment. It's sort of in a sort of U shape. There's 2 sort of loads of stables which lead out into a field, and then the sort of, I guess, more in a C shape with the way you're walking towards it, and then sort of the bottom of the C is attached to the road, and also appears to be the building where the small amount of business gets done.
Hi. I walk up and talk to one of them.
Well, Boar just casually says hi to the building.
Oh, I thought. Wait,
So
I went up to one of the
let me
people
quickly draw
working.
this.
What I meant.
So there's a C, the stable hands, and the essentially what the and the stables are there. The business which they do the work in is there, and then there's a fence which sort of does that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go into that building and
All right.
inquire about horses. Yeah, of them keeping the horses.
They instantly recognize Bor and chase him out of the house.
Hell yeah.
Let's make them connect. There we go. All right, so you walk in, and you glance
Oh, he
around,
is
and
here.
you notice that there is actually a elven lady just casually sat behind a desk, book open, just reading. And she glances up as you push open the door, and there's a ding, ding, ding.
Should
Hello?
someone go with Bor?
Hiya.
I've come to ask for.
Stabling?
Yes, ma'am.
Why don't you, sir, know?
Weirdly enough, that's what we do here. Right, how many horses? How long are you
Um,
planning on leaving them here?
One.
You have 2 horses.
I was going to say
We
we
have
have
2
2.
horses. Yeah, it's. I haven't been keeping track. I'm so sorry. 2 and. Let's go say 2. No, 1 night. For now, and if need be, I will come back and personally add more to the fun.
Very well. Is there anything else with the horses that we need to know of?
No, ma'am.
God.
It's just their cart. They're hooked up to a
Okay.
cart. That's what I was getting to.
Yes, so that would be something we need to know. Okay, you taking all your personal with you? We cannot be responsible for anything stolen from the cart.
There may be a giant trunk left behind.
The only thing would be.
Agnes, you're not there.
You want to talk? Go with him.
just
Or you do not recall about the trunk at the moment.
Okay.
I mean, he may.
Nothing. Nothing.
Okay,
inside
well, you'll
the
be
cart.
leaving
We'd
nothing
be
behind.
taking
Good, we
everything else.
don't have to sign any of this paperwork. And she kind of just tosses something over her shoulder. Okay, so 1 night, 2 horses and a cart. That will be a total of 2 silver and 5 copper.
2 silver, 5 copper. Okay, well, let me get my fancy dancy calculator myself. So it said 1 silver.
What?
Okay. You said 1 silver and 5 copper.
2 silver, 5 copper.
2 silver. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. I hand her the.
Thank you. She goes over to the window, leans out, and goes, "Oi, we got another one!"
We hear that, right?
Oh yeah.
Wait, hold on. I
Oh.
had.
They seem pleasant here.
Right. Thank you.
I don't know if I
does
marked up
she
the
puts the
gold
coins,
correctly, and if it didn't
opens
work.
it. She pulls a key out, unlocks a drawer, puts the coins in, closes the drawer, locks it, and goes, "Right. Well, Cedric will be coming, and shortly we'll come say hello to your horses and make sure they're all settled in for you."
How do I make sure this stays the currency it needs?
I will say Agnes has taken all of her stuff apart from this giant trunk. Like she's just assuming that it's going with the
Why
cart.
not Why is
What are you
Aye.
trying to do, Ninja?
either it's adding more money or it's fucking with me because I keep removing the silver.
You need to press save,
I don't see a save by it.
don't you? Oh, not.
No.
So you
Hmm.
have the currency sort of sidebar open.
Yes. And I taking the 2 out of there.
There's no.
So
Hold on.
what does your silver say?
My silver is now 160,
That's good.
and whoa! My thing just decided to. My mouse has been acting up lately.
Silver is 160. Copper is 1086.
Yes. Wait, hold on. Stuff's
You
not
literally
working.
you
right now,
click it
okay.
down and then you click off of the tab and that's what it is.
That's what I'm doing, and it's not working.
It may be because you're lagging slightly.
Am I?
I don't know. It may be because you're lagging on the website.
It's not doing it, and this is pissing me off.
It's
You know what?
literally
Where is
equipment, and
my-
then you click on the currency, and
That's
you just click
what
the
I'm
down arrows, and then you just
doing.
click off of that side, and it's fine.
It's not saying that on my side.
Just write it down and try again later. Maybe the
Look,
website.
I have changed it for you on the website.
I don't. I'm looking for my D. Where they're gone.
1086.
Okay, thank you. Right, I haven't updated my stuff since. Anyways, okay. Anyways, okay, I pay for the money, and yeah.
Do we see someone coming out?
Well, Boar emerges, soon followed by a elven lady and an elven lad, or well, an elven gentleman who's wearing overalls. And they come over to you, to the car, help you unhitch the horses. Wait, no, park the cart up next to the stables, throw a tarp over it, unhitch the horses, and lead them into the field.
They don't notice about a giant trunk.
As you get out and leave the trunk there, she goes, "Anything which you keep in the cart, we will not be responsible for if it's not here when it comes back."
Oh, I won't mind what's in there going missing.
Very well.
They fucking take the.
Could I have that in writing?
Sure.
I got the paperwork, don't worry. Frederick, you can deal with these, right? And she kind of rushes off into the office and comes out.
She like
with
she mouths to the other people, "It's an empty trunk."
she comes out. She comes out with this long scroll with a dotted line at the bottom and a quill with some ink on. And goes, "Just sign at the bottom."
Sure. I won't mind if my air goes missing and she signs it.
Well, I mean the trunk as well, and she's now just rapidly scrolling it up.
Oh, it's not mine.
Oh well, no problem then. Have a good day. Don't when you come to collect them, if they've been here longer than a day, we will hold them ransom until you pay us.
Would you prefer us to come and update the charge
You
each
can do
day?
either or. You can do
Okay.
either or.
What I'm doing.
Just wondering if they had a system.
Some people
Okay.
just forget, so when they come to collect them, we just have to charge them extra.
Makes
No
sense.
interest on that.
No.
Okay.
I should. That's a good idea.
Why did you give her ideas?
Because I'm
Frederick,
not
we're
smart.
updating the contract.
We didn't.
Because I
We
gave you
didn't
the
sign
idea.
the new one.
Oh, it won't apply to you. You gave us the idea. Good
Thank
idea,
you.
miss. That'll make them pay on time.
Eh,
And I'll leave it
I-
in fine print as well.
Can I increase my intelligence?
Ooh,
Wait, what's in the little print?
you can get invisible ink as well. That could be useful for some things.
Yeah, but they've got to be able to read it. Got stung for that one
Mm.
already.
Ooh.
I like
Sorry, I
The
brought it
fucking
up.
shadiest card place.
I love this.
Sorry, I brought it up.
No worries. Didn't cost me too much.
Hmm.
I
Anyways.
love-
Hey, if you
Ow,
could
that's
afford
my
it, you could
knife.
afford it.
Anyway, enjoy your stay in Mapletide.
Thank you.
Hope
Any
you
Anything
enjoy
information
the
more
show.
about the town?
Don't set fire to the wooden side. They get upset with you.
That's what the wizard.
I feel like you say that about like you've had experience of that.
Me personally, no. They just get very touchy if you have open naked flames on the entire, and she kind of just gestures to the side, which is hanging over the sea.
Mm.
Hmm.
Well, good luck to you and your
That's
updated
what the
contact.
fucking wizard meant.
Only now did Boar just get what the wizard meant by saying "drop to match."
Poor
Oh,
shuffling to himself.
good God. Oh, Lord. Anyway.
Well,
Fucking
let's go
amazing.
then.
It.
We go and look
Find
for a
an inn.
familiar tavern.
What time of day is it? Afternoon, you say?
No, sun setting. That's why the lighthouse is on.
Makes sense.
I suggest
since
that we
it's-
find a place to sleep.
That's why
Hmm.
Bo is going to go look for a familiar tavern we stayed in.
Probably.
All right.
Okay.
Are you so sure you wish to go back to where you've been before?
Look, at this point, I don't think I can stop him.
Nope.
I'm also
You can't.
asking him that, but sure. This could end up interesting. For me more than you, but let's go.
Let's hope not.
We'll be fine.
You said that last time.
The
I
more you
always
talk,
say
the more interested I am, to be honest. This sounds more and more like a great story.
It's not that interesting.
Not really.
Then why don't you tell it?
Because you're nosy. We don't like nosy people.
He said
You're the
that,
ones that
not
kept
me. You
asking
can kill
me.
him, not me.
You're the ones that kept asking me, both of you, to be fair.
Well, to be fair, you had people show up. We have yet to have that.
You
I hope
started
that
freaking out
yet is
yourselves. You didn't
indefinite.
need-
Like, never.
You didn't need people to show up. You freaked out yourselves.
You imagine anything, and Bo walks away from the looking for a tavern.
Right. Well, Boar and Sano, you know of two taverns.
One you stayed at before the event and one after.
You know of the Crystal Tankard and Sea Legs.
I'm guessing the Crystal Tankard because the sea leg sounds like one that's over a pier.
Sea Legs definitely is over a pier. It's right near the end of the pier, actually.
I suggest we go
Yeah,
to
nope.
the Crystal.
Yep.
I couldn't
All
remember.
right. Well,
the
you make
second
your way
part.
into town, and
I'm cutting up
as
all
you
the
approach, you do notice that the entrance is actually. It's not like it's even closed down, so only you can walk through. It's only been built so that only people, and probably carts being pushed or pulled by people can get through. Horse carts seem to be right out, as in not allowed or able to even pass. So you make your way through one of the several sort of small gates on the side,
Okay.
and find yourself on a cobble street surrounded by sort of standard expected houses, stone foundations built up in wood, decently spread out. You kind of weave your way through the houses, a few shops, and come across. You start to approach, and I would say, Agnes, you would be hyper aware of this. There seems to be sort of a somewhat weaving line where cobblestone becomes wood, and there's a small gap in between. And peering through the wood, you can see it. To begin with, it is still over the beach, but getting further and further onto the wood takes you further and further out to sea. But it sort of jigsaw or sort of weaves in and out between stone and wood starting places, and Boar sort of leads you along the edge of this, and the Crystal Tankard sits just on the wood, but it is over sand, not water. The roads are wood slats, space in between them, and you realize that maybe the reason why they probably don't allow horses in is that the space, it's although it's not too large, there is bits where it's kind of been worn away slightly, and you see that they've been repaired. And if you're unlucky, your horse's leg might go through
Ugh.
the wood.
Mm.
And you do
Every-
notice that it does creak and strain slightly as Boar walks across as well.
Every child's nightmare right there.
So all
Yeah.
of it. So this whole town is basically like a giant pier.
Half of the town is, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Just made jam
I like it.
You do also you are currently walking the fine line between the sort of foundation of the pier and the very start of the pier. Boar has not led you to over the water.
No, Agnes would be fine with this. She'd keep note where the water is, but this is freaking me out.
You do also
She's
notice
freaking jam it herself out.
you do notice that
Sorry.
in the sort of on the stone side, up to about 60 feet to the start of the wood are general street lanterns, which are fire. When it gets to the wood, they appear to be just floating globes, which kind of sort of twist and turn and almost seem almost mist-esque, just glowing gently.
Magic.
Indeed.
Mhm.
Even
So where
the
is this place then, Bo?
one of you who doesn't use magic can tell it is magic. Cough, Boar.
It's right here.
You are indeed stood outside of a tankard with a tavern with on its sort of sign is the crystal tankard, and you notice that it's not it portrays a tankard with sort of like grains and all over it.
You've been here before. You can do the talking then, boys.
Yeah.
You want me to talk?
I said both of you. I didn't say you individually.
You want both of us to talk?
To be fair, you did all right at the stables just now. And who knows, you can make great friends with the whole bar again, so no.
Boy walks
Never
in,
again.
Annoyed.
Abigail walks into that tavern playing her bagpipes.
Oh, well,
I-
okay.
Such a great impression made.
I walk in after with a big smile on my face.
I hope you didn't wish to stay quiet, Serna, on this trip.
To be honest, I don't care anymore.
You broke him.
Agnes pats him on the head and walks in.
Hey, we already have one person here who does head pats. We don't need another.
Mm.
Okay, there's a difference between a cat patting your head like repeatedly and Agnes lovely just like scruffing up your hair.
Lovely. Oh boy.
If you
Okay,
say
well,
so.
I'm going to look for a familiar face.
Well, as Boar, Arsene, Agnes, and Cerno make their way into the tavern,
Mhm.
Following Savangal playing bagpipes, you hear someone getting up from a table, turning around, going, "I recognize that racket."
Oh.
Bagpipes stop abruptly. Ow!
Yeah, that's true.
That's amazing.
There stands a human getting up from a somewhat empty table, holding a tankard, smiling quite happily towards you, Savangal. You do recognize him. This is Elisk, and he is the drummer.
Hey there, Ellie. How you doing?
Ah, good to see you.
Oh,
I
no.
see you haven't changed your favorite instrument yet. And he kind of rubs one of his ears.
Savangal starts playing a tune on it again.
It wasn't encouraged. He just starts downing his tankard.
Come on. We know you only do that when you want to start playing. Come on, let's go play.
I don't have my drums with me, I'm afraid. The rest of the troops got them.
And Savangal takes off her drums and give it to him.
All right.
I'm in for a show.
All right. He kind of sits down, looks at the barkeep, almost with a pleading eye to say, "Please don't let us."
Save me.
Hey, I'm not gonna say no. You lead, I follow.
All right. Let's start.
On a performance check.
Agnes is grabbing a table while this is happening. If
I'm
there's one through.
I'm with Agnes
my God,
watching
you
this
look-
unfold.
Oh my god. You're
Oh no!
This is the only time she's rolled a bad perform check as well.
Why?
Mhm.
Jesus.
Too shaken.
Wait, would she have disadvantage because she's? Would she have advantage, not disadvantage?
Nope. I'm afraid the 7 it is.
She can't give herself like last minute inspiration.
It wouldn't help, it's a natural 1.
One, yeah.
You could have
Mm,
all the modifiers in the world, and still
Yes.
natural 1 is going to be, yeah, no, you don't do too well.
poor,
So-
poor Savin girl.
As you start to go playing, you suddenly get a, oh god, hairball. And
That's nasty.
Ellis just sort of looks at you and goes, "You're right there."
Lots of traveling and makeup buckets. You know how it is.
Right.
Agnes is,
you,
like,
you maybe
brushing it
want
out
to
her
try
hair.
this another night.
And go gives him the kitty eyes.
All right, I lead though, and he starts tapping out a sort of simple beat, which you're able to slowly weave in a interesting melody on the bagpipes into.
I want to hear like half of the shit Savin plays. I really want to hear some of this.
But it's copyrighted music.
I know. A lot of
I
it
can,
is.
however, send you. I can send you
Oh, you can send me a list. Thank
no, I can send you bagpipe music if you really wish.
please. Bagpipe isn't too bad.
I've heard this already.
I
can't
haven't.
listen
Please,
to it.
send that to my DMs.
If you've watched Purple's campaign, you would have heard it probably.
Yeah, Atlas has used some of my bagpipe music.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll keep some of that stuff. All right. So I'm looking
Has-
for a familiar face.
Has Agnes and Cerno found a table? I'm
You're able
assuming
to find a
Arsene with us.
yeah, you're able to find a free table and sit down. Boar, you do notice the barkeep, a female dragonborn, bronze, does sort of look up and down, sort of thinks for a moment, and sort of leans over and goes, "Now, was it Boar?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
see you
it
finally
was.
put clothes on.
Yeah.
Right, well, what can I get you? Oh,
Well, we inquired.
I see your traveling companions have increased.
So no waves, sort of
Sorry
awkwardly.
for the cat, by the way.
No problem.
Didn't expect someone from her past to show up.
We're a center of travel. What do you expect? Right. Tankard each?
Go
Yes,
ahead and do
please.
that, and we're acquiring rooms for the night too.
Rooms at the normal charge of 4 silver a night.
Okay, yeah.
We bunking up
Uh-huh.
again, Boar?
Do you have enough rooms for all of us?
We've got 5 spare.
Agnes will
So-
share with Arsene if need be.
Yeah.
Having go will go back to her troop and hang out with them.
I'm gonna get one for myself, if that's okay.
Okay.
One for
I
each
will
of us,
take
then, I
wish.
guess.
all of the rooms that is being inquired.
Right,
Do we really need one each?
We can save a little bit. I mean, if we want to do it.
If you are paying, then sure, go for it.
It's
No,
4
I'm
silver
paying
per
him.
room.
For per room. Okay, so that's
No, I
how
quickly,
many's in the party
put-
again?
I
Someone
quickly
help me
put
do
down
this.
my
You-
silver like
if-
that. I'm paying for myself.
Well, so that's one room for Arsene, who's paid. So if you're getting one for you and Cerno, and then one for Agnes.
2, 3, 4. So that leaves me at 148.
Typing on this one. I hope I didn't just. Screw up, I just lost.
Okay.
Seven
cool.
gal,
Now it
do you wish to
decides
bunk
save
up
it.
with me then?
It's 152. Your silver should be at 152 if you're only buying 2 rooms,
Oh,
Ninja.
okay. Thank you.
Wait, is he paying
But
for
you
all of
can
them?
find-
Yeah, I'm paying.
He's
for all.
paying for. Well, is he sharing with you, Cerno?
No,
I don't-
I bought him his own room.
Oh, him and all right. If you've got him his own room, it's 140.
Fucker. 1, 2, 3, 4. 148. How I had it. Okay.
My apologies. I thought you and Cerno were bunking.
Okay. No. We'll have our own rooms now.
So that's one for
Oh.
that's Arsene's paid for our own, and Boar has paid for Boar's,
I have
Cerno's,
3. I
and
paid for it.
Agnes's.
Yeah, 3. Because
And
Abigail
then-
is going with a troop.
4,
Yep.
and then it's 4 copper for a mug of ale.
4 copper.
What does
I'm
that
I'll
going
buy a
to
mug
put-
for myself, and then I'm gonna buy one for Agnes. That's
Oh.
8.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy. So, how much was it again?
4 copper for a mug of ale.
I will buy myself one.
Can I
You know what?
buy?
I will buy 2 for myself.
Two again, Howard.
Hmm.
Can I buy some food for myself and a little bit extra? Actually, no. I'll just share it with Night House.
Nice.
Well, as you purchase your rooms, you guys. So will you be wanting dinner or just breakfast?
Dinner.
Dinner would be nice, please.
Dinner.
All right, I'll go get cooking it. And she kind of puts down the mug she was cleaning and wanders off out back.
What
You
is her
notice
name?
her tail sort of whips slightly.
What is her name?
You never bothered to ask.
I
No.
Even the
when I
last
was
time they were there?
before- Yeah,
Oh, is she a
before last
tiefling?
time.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I went off.
She was a tiefling.
No, she's
I
a
thought she was
dragonborn.
Dragonborn.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I never asked what the Dragonborn's name was last time.
All right, roll an intelligence check to see if you did ask.
Motherfucker!
I was
I
going to say,
said
even if
so.
they did ask, it would be if they remembered.
Yeah,
11.
it would also be if you remembered. If you
Mm.
did ask, you do not remember.
Have we got our drinks now?
You do.
I hand.
She's
Sir,
heading
no.
out to the
Do
kitchen
you
to cook.
remember?
Do you want me to roll an intelligence check to see if I remember?
Yes.
I feel like we've acquired the name because boy wouldn't be like a dick and not require a name.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Nope.
No, I hand.
You may have asked, you just bad memory.
I just.
Okay.
I hand Agnes. her-
Mapletide's quite a dramatic time in your life.
Ooh.
So why did you buy me this, Cerno?
I sort of wanted to ask. Can you read Sylvan?
No.
Oh,
I read Similar, but not Elven. Not Sylvan.
well then. Do you know anyone else who reads Sylvan here? I think the cat does, but they're currently off doing something tonight, I guess.
Hmm. They seem busy with their
Well,
friends.
they're still currently playing.
Yeah.
Maybe we should ask Savangel to introduce us. That's a thing.
Could be interesting to learn another backstory.
Very interesting.
Yeah. You think?
Well, a couple more minutes go by of this performance before it comes to a close. He hands you back your drum, Savangal, and looks very relieved. It's been quite a while since I played with you. Yo.
It did stutter for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that wasn't just my imagination. Okay.
I don't know.
Discord, don't die.
Don't die, Disco, don't die. Right.
Purple.
So the music continues for another couple of minutes, and to which, when it comes to the end, the drummer looks quite relieved and hands you back your drum, Savangal, and goes, "Well, I haven't played with you in quite a while. I forgot the challenge that it could be."
Let me
Drum-
introduce you to my friends.
Yep, sure, right. Roller coaster right off we go again.
And she drags him over, like goes up to Bug, like, "Hey, this is Bor, this is Cerno, this is
Hi.
RC, this is
Hello.
Agnes, and this is my drummer buddy in my troop."
Hi.
Hi. Good to meet you, I guess. Taking good care of the troublemaker. My name's Ilisk.
She's been taking good care of us.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, she's more our caretaker at this point. Well, that one's
Is that right?
caretaker, and I point to Bor.
When she stops running around.
You see an eyebrow just begin to rise.
We're all
Yep,
a bit
well.
mismatched.
Been learning some life lessons, have we?
Eh,
Definitely.
Right, well, I'm actually somewhat interested to know what she's been up to.
A
Well, we fought
lot
a
of stuff.
dragon. We went through a cave that used to be a dragon. Found some crazy things.
Some ghouls as well. That's what I
I'm gonna go get another drink.
Mm.
Kind of wanders over to the
Mm.
bar, knocks on it. Starath, can I have a drink? Couple seconds.
So you've been
later.
here before, Savangal?
I was traveling with my troop and they wander everywhere, so I don't think I have wandered here.
You have not been here, but it appears he's been here for a couple of days at the very least. Dragon Ball kind of sticks her head out of the kitchen and goes, coming. And brushes her hands down, pours a mug, gives it to him, looks around, see if anyone else is wanting a drink before heads back out to the kitchen.
Is she
Yeah.
really the only person here?
On his back. Hey, don't get too much traffic around here.
Can I ask her what her name is? What's
She's already
your-
gone back to the kitchen and you're sat away from the bar.
Would you
Did you
like
not
Just
hear
ask the
that?
guy.
Didn't you hear he say her name?
No, my dad popped in. I'm sorry. I didn't hear what her name
Timing.
was. This is bullshit.
Storeth.
Storeth. I can
That is her
remember
name.
Storeth.
Well,
Okay. Storeth.
has our scene and Night Eyes' food come yet? We can
Nope.
see-
They're
She
cooking
literally
everyone,
just
aren't
stuck
they?
her head out of the kitchen halfway through
Yeah,
cooking food
we
to pour a
went
drink and then went
quiet
back
for a
in.
little bit, so I was like, maybe some time was passed, you know?
Well,
No, we're-
he
Well,
Illis comes back with his drink and starts to nurse it slightly, sitting down at your table. Right, so a dragon, you say?
yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah,
the
it was
green
scary.
one. Yeah, I uppercutted it.
Did.
Really?
He disturbed it.
Shush.
It came running after us, and unprepared, we had to leave. Now it's pillagerizing a whole town.
You make it sound
It's
like real
plagiarizing a whole town?
town's empty.
Plagiarizing, yes.
Well, it's on the
It's
outskirts of
empty,
Neverwinter.
It's an empty town.
How's it stealing intellectual property from an entire town?
It's,
Although that could make quite an interesting story.
That'd be fucking
it's not
amazing.
yeah.
Did I say
The dragon
plagiarizing?
Plagiarizer. You know, I
I
need
said
to work on typing.
pillagerizing.
Anyways.
What?
Wait,
Yes.
plundering.
Plundering.
Pillage.
Pillaging.
Pillaging is the word. Yeah.
Terrorizing. I don't think Pillarizing is a word.
Pillager, right?
Because I think it becomes pillaging.
There.
Would be pillaging, yeah. Anyways,
Agnes would know the difference.
Plagiarizing it happens.
Imagine that though. Like a dragon plagiarizing a town and then just to like
God, it's just like
Yeah, people.
secretly turning human and taking all of the books for itself.
A dragon
Who
turning
knows?
human and infiltrating a whole
Fighting.
yeah,
society.
Wait, I don't know.
I've never heard of that before.
Anyways, yeah, we've been through a lot lately.
Oh, we own a castle.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was a castle.
It's the remnants of one. It could be a
Mm.
castle.
We've beat shit up.
Well, we own.
Mm.
So, Ilisk, you've been here off that long?
Few days.
Anything interesting happening?
Well, we were here for the festival.
Hmm,
Hmm.
makes sense.
We
Mm, alright.
I mean, I'm not sure I can say much about the town. Well, the festival was held. They can do some weird stuff with those lights, flashing all
Mm.
different colors. Kind of cool, but also if you don't do flashing lights, probably not something you want to see.
Mm.
Very
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, pretty much. If you're epileptic, you wouldn't want to be in that town. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, no.
Jam is slowly disliking this town more and more.
Fucking
This is
so
a town Jam would
pretty.
hate to visit. If Jam ended up in my world, she would just avoid Mapletide at all costs.
Yeah, let's
It's
go
on the
to-
ocean, it's got
no.
flashing lights, it's just no.
Well, just once a year.
Mhm. Anyway, any
can't say-
gossip we should know?
Well, we haven't paid too much attention. We were being paid to play, so played we did. Although we've got ourselves hired. Well, and that's
Mhm.
actually where most of the other troops already head off. They've head to Neverwinter. I was just hanging
So we've
around for an
missed
extra
'em.
day before following them.
Hmm.
What'd you get hired to do?
I'll play some music at this rich guy's house.
Oh,
Which one?
Sounds impressive.
do you want to take a cat with you?
No, she's our cat.
I know
Okay.
she's our cat. I say as I say that, I'm like, no, our cat, and I give Savangel a hug.
I don't know. Who knows? She may want to play with her old band again.
Mm.
But this is
Just
our cat.
one time.
Oh well, it would be significantly longer than a day.
Hmm?
Big party.
It's not a one-off thing.
Well, it's going to take a while to get to Neverwinter, and then once we're actually there, we're being flown to the place.
Oh, it's
Float
in.
to the place.
Whoa.
Where
Yeah,
is
airship.
this?
Fancy.
Where are you
Very fancy.
heading from Neverwinter?
No idea. The guy's house.
Do you know the name of him?
Oh, those guys are
Yeah.
rich as fuck.
God.
Fellow
What's
Sarfin? Wood elf.
Has anyone heard of this?
Has any of us?
Let's see. Actually, two of you roll intelligence.
So,
I feel like
or
none of us have
history.
good intelligence.
Oh,
None
I
of
have
you
What is
have
my
good
history
intelligence.
modifier?
I'm
History.
Pardon?
good at history.
I have nothing.
I will do history.
I'm so hungry right now.
who else is
I
doing
got
it?
a 4. I'm not paying attention.
You know what?
I've got
I-
+2 as well.
I have nothing, but I was going to give.
Then
To
you
be
don't.
honest, it wouldn't really be something I've seen you history-wise anyway.
That's true.
Agnes,
Mm.
Not asking to
you've
have a
been
history.
relatively bound to your town most of the time, and it's only
Mhm.
recently you've got out. And you think you've heard the name mentioned once or twice in relation to a very, very wealthy merchant, but you're not sure much else other than that.
Although being flown there, he must have a lot of money.
Very wealthy.
Good paying job then.
Oh yeah, and we get to ride an airship and free food.
Mm.
That's a plus for both.
Oh yeah, you're telling us we wouldn't say no to that one.
Kind of jealous. Oh,
So wait, is it only your band? You said there were others going to Neverwinter.
No, our troops been invited to play at the party. They've set off, or were setting off to Neverwinter soonish anyway. I was going to travel tomorrow.
Be careful, because the dragon's down there.
Yes, I will remind them. Thank you.
Carefree.
Mm. Mhm. Nearly ran into it on the way here.
Hmm.
Yes, it seems to be snacking on the trail. Keep an eye out if you're staying overnight on the road.
At this point, he sort of leans to Savangirl and whispers something to her.
Damn it! Can I hear?
She doesn't know much about dragons, does she?
You haven't seen them, have you?
I've seen one. We saw one.
What
You
color?
saw one 3 times.
Same
No,
one.
we saw that black one.
Black one.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was
One.
Yeah, we've seen a dragon.
Was
Yeah,
Seven
greedy
Girl with
bastard.
you at the time?
They like anything? Yeah, yes, she was with me. A greedy
I'm
bastard. They like
sorry.
anything which is
Taking
shiny.
the piss out of this guy. I love him.
Seven Girl never told us anything of the sort.
Yeah.
To be fair, she hasn't really mentioned anything from her past.
To be fair, it wasn't exactly alive, but I've seen a dragon.
Oh?
I don't.
It was
Oh,
dead when we went up to look at it.
We've seen a live one.
this one was very much alive.
Much rather a dead one, thank you very much.
Oh, would you
Just
not
saying.
like to see a
Plus,
pseudo?
they're greedy bastards.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to see a pseudo dragon?
Those don't count.
Wow.
For seeing a dragon, you can see pseudo dragons. Just go bother one of the mages in the college.
You don't need to bother a mage. I've got one right here.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
I can just imagine Night Eyes just giving him the equivalent of puppy dog eyes from a pseudo dragon.
Like, I am a
Oh,
dragon.
that'd be really cute.
I am a dragon.
Hello there.
See, Night Eyes is the cutest. Night Eyes has all my charisma.
No, you're not greedy, are you? No, you're not. No, you're not.
Oh, he's very greedy.
Is he
For the
actually
food.
doing this?
Yes. You realise that Savangirl might have picked up of some of the eccentricness from her troop?
Yeah.
Night Eyes is loving this.
Boy,
So,
is just
any
downing
tales of
his
Seven
drink.
Girl?
Hmm?
Any tales we should know about Seven Girl?
Yeah, she
in
has a tail.
your past?
Oh, you mean stories? No, yeah, I've got a few, but I'm sure she'd like to tell them to you herself.
Nate, I want to slap you.
Nate, I want to give you a high five.
It is at this point which your food is delivered.
Yes. Just feed all of it to Night Eyes because he's greedy with food.
I take that back, he is greedy. Right.
That's fine.
Oh, I love this.
One more
Mhm.
question from myself. You not heard anything about disappearing people?
How do what, sorry?
Heard anything
People
about people
going missing.
disappearing?
What, in general? I mean, people go missing all the time. That's one of the
Large
ones.
groups.
No, that's slightly more interesting. Haven't heard anything myself. From our
Hmm.
travels, normally when large groups of people go missing, it's because either A, they're stupid, or B, they've been eaten.
No large groups appearing into town.
Ooh,
And
my
then
roll 20's
Oxenfront or
just refreshed
Mapletide?
itself.
Yeah,
Oh,
mine's
so-
gone down.
Press mine. It
Yeah, mine's apparently.
went down. It said says something. If you're doing something important, you might want to stop now and
Oh.
refresh.
There we
Oh,
go. It's
oh,
coming
it's
back.
coming back.
It's slowly. Oh, it's all giant hexagons.
Hmm. Have you met any interesting people whilst you've been in this town?
Oh, there we go. Now the page is loaded.
Oh
For a moment, I was going to be very annoyed.
no.
Oh well, there was that merchant. To be
Much?
honest,
Merchant.
The one that
guy who
hired him.
hired me.
Oh, yes,
okay,
of course.
yeah. Paying attention.
Other than that, I don't think anyone truly stood out. I mean, people brought us drinks, and at the end of the day, I couldn't exactly remember much at all.
Hmm.
Understandable. That's okay. I'm just curious since we've only just arrived in town ourselves.
I mean, there's a bit of a weird gnome who wanders around.
Yeah,
think.
we met him.
Got a
Already.
fancy ass hat.
It was very cool.
Oh, very awesome hat. What was his name again? I'm actually writing notes now.
Johan.
Johan.
Yo
Han.
Han.
Oh, wow.
Tomato,
How do we spell that?
Shot first.
Yo, and then Han. Like
Yeah,
Han,
that's what I
like
was
Han Solo.
doing. I literally
God
did
damn
that.
it.
That's why I wrote
That's what I wrote
Yo-Han.
Y-O-H-A-N. Johan.
first.
That's what I wrote originally, and I changed it to a J. Don't ask why. I don't know
Anyways,
why.
This is a dyslexic person making these names.
I
Ugh.
am too.
I'm trying to think what
Okay.
else we could get out of this guy.
He's kind of
Secluded
sat
African
back
people.
on his chair slightly, arm over it, just swilling his mug and then taking a sip.
Where are the rest of your troops then?
They were just doing a few odd tasks each of them had, and then we were gonna set out in the morning.
Hmm.
Some of them were getting a few provisions. One of them wanted a few more arrows. I think someone was going to go get a new cape.
Okay, cool.
He still likes his clothes, he whispers to Savangel. Speaking of, don't let him see you wearing that. He'll want one. Where did you get that from?
Netherwinter.
Oh God, he's gonna get one.
To be fair, it was the festival. The store may not be there.
Here's hoping that he doesn't.
Well, say hi to the guards for me if you do.
Oh, God.
She may have left quite a mark with the guards.
Wait, the
You didn't
impress.
get in trouble, did you? We promised we wouldn't do that again.
Oh no, I just ran around the town
Again.
She
I just
didn't
ran
get
around
into
the town
trouble.
a
She
couple
just gave
times
them a
with the first day.
workout.
and they just followed me.
Oh.
We were very tired.
Oh God. Ugh. I'll avoid them.
To be fair,
but-
they got the idea after a while and just stopped following her.
Well, I mean, all guys
It
have been
was
sort of on edge when
really-
following her around, and I mean, you are an interesting bunch.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Having a place to work. He was naked before the first time he went to town.
Yeah.
She has a point.
I am glad you're now wearing clothes.
Yeah,
Also, Miss, who did your hair? That looks wonderful.
The cat.
He glances at Savangel, back to Agnes, back at Savangel. Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Did you really think any of us would have? From our appearance?
I don't know. Kind of looks around, looks at someone, and goes, "He may have been handy." I don't know.
I do have hands. Yes. And they are very handy as well, you know.
Yeah, can do a lot of
Okay.
things with them. Opposable thumbs, they're great.
I know, right?
Poor night, guys.
Oh, he's got a tail and can fly with
Okay.
wings.
You have a stinger as well. That poison hurt.
I shall not find out myself, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. A test is always fun.
I hear up north they make it into an interesting drink, though.
Mm.
Oh, I did not know about that.
Let me know when we've sort of
Is it
finished our food
alcoholic?
and stuff.
With the conversation going, you're probably getting close to fin.
Well, when we're done with food, I'm heading off to bed. I'll see you.
Cerno,
So,
That
Cerno
guy's
finishes the
fading
last of
into it.
his scraps and quickly jogs up to his room and closes the door and locks it if he can.
As you both quickly get up and disappear, he's like, "Was it something I said?"
No!
Sorry, just
No,
tired.
we're just bad
You
with
know,
people.
Wait,
Huh?
hold on. Who did he
Yeah.
grab?
This is normal.
Wait,
I'm
hold on. Did he
inclined to
drag-
believe them, yet I also don't trust it.
Wait, hold on.
Night.
Did he drag me?
No.
No. He just ran up by himself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's all I needed to know.
Just both Cerno and Arsene got up and just left.
We can leave Night Eyes down. You know?
No, Night Eyes
they're
wants to go with you.
Okay.
not good socialize, and plus, we're not too good around here.
It's been good to somewhat catch up with you, Seven Girl.
Same.
Before you go, is there anywhere we should maybe visit you've seen in your few days here?
We're mostly performing in the streets, I'm afraid.
Hmm.
I mean, the western side of the cities are quite in if you're fond of water and
Wait, hold on. I just thought of something. Hello?
yeah.
Hello, what is it?
Those people we tried to avoid, was that Seven Girls band of people?
No,
No.
They would have said something, I think.
Oh,
With
yeah,
her
that's what she was
performing.
playing.
because they
Oh.
saw him. They saw her, and he looked very confused.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's all I needed to know. Okay,
And someone stuck their head out saying, "What on earth was that?"
okay, that's all I needed to know. Okay,
Because
Anyway.
3 cloaked figures and then a cat in flared sleeves waving at them.
okay, that's all I needed to know. Yeah,
Well, I hope you have a good trip down to Neverwinter and you don't run
well,
into the dragon too much.
We're set off in the morning, so we should be good.
Hmm.
I hope. I should actually probably turn in myself soon.
Savangao, where will you be staying tonight?
We've got a few spare rooms. Booked half them out.
Fair enough then. Good night.
that's fine.
Hi.
Was going to stay down when everyone else leaves.
All right. Well, I may not. Oh, I'll probably see you later. But oh no, you're the one who gets up. Bloody morning people. Possibly see you in the morning if you aren't running on the roofs of the houses. Having pulls himself up, turns to the rest of you. Well, nice meeting you. Look after her.
Nice meeting you too.
It's only Ball there.
Nice meeting you.
I'll-
Look after her.
I will.
Right. Wait, where did Agnes go?
When she said goodnight, she left.
Oh right, yeah.
Went up to her room because that's why she was asking Savangao.
Some
Well,
girl staying with the droop for the night.
If they let her, because they know she's a morning person.
She said that they were getting up in the
She's
morning.
going to be playing all night.
Okay. Everyone gone at this point?
Yeah, pretty much.
Now remind me one more time why we're going out this far. I have a bad memory. I didn't write it down.
We're
To
investigating.
investigate.
Yeah,
The
we're
missing people.
investigating the missing people. Is Storth just sitting behind the tankard by herself?
Hmm?
Is Storth just sitting there?
No, she's busy. She's serving the odd person now and then.
Okay. I'm gonna get a couple more rounds. About 5 till I start feeling.
Make your Constitution saving throw.
5 rounds.
Dear Lord.
Drink till I feel tipsy. Why not?
Drink through your gun.
5 rounds is more than tipsy, dude.
Constitution.
It's a
Anyways,
+1
I
ninja.
don't know how. Okay, I was looking. Roll D20. Good. 20 plus a 1. 14.
You're a bit past tipsy
Huh.
with 5 rounds, and that also sets you back 20 copper.
20 copper. Got it. So it's 1060. Alright. As soon as I get this way, I look at the dragon lady and said, "Thank you so much," and I walk. After I down the last one, I walk up and say, "Thank you so much," and I go up.
Yeah, okay, have a good night.
Okay,
If you puke, aim for the bucket.
Joking.
It'll cost you extra.
I know.
Yes.
I knock on Shono's door.
He doesn't answer because he has gotten the book out, placed it in front of him, and summoned one of his familiars, probably the eagle.
Oh no.
I fucking knock again.
I'm ignoring him.
Shono!
Well, the eagle appears before Ball even knocks on your door.
All right.
Well, this would have been. He would have done it like as soon as he went up to his room,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and Ball's been drinking for a while.
Yeah. So while they've been
So,
doing their own
The
thing,
eagle appears.
hey, this book. Do you think I should read it?
It shakes its head.
Yes or no?
Okay. Is it bad? Then.
It just stares at you.
Do you have any idea about what this thing may be?
Kind of just tilts its head.
Okay. So you don't think I should read it?
He gives another nod.
So, do you think this would be one of the times where curiosity kills the cat?
It gives a very big nod.
In the distance.
The cat's in the other room, dude.
Hmm. I don't know. I'm the only one who can read it, excluding the cat. Hmm.
You didn't actually ask her.
The cat was able to read it before.
No, but you didn't ask her to
Yeah,
read
but she
it
was
or have
able
a
to
look
read
at
it
at all.
when we first got it.
Mm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mom, just shout it
Hmm.
to someone.
The door's locked, right? All of the everything is locked, like nice and
Yeah.
securely.
Mm.
Is there a chair in the
Oh,
room?
No.
Yes, there is.
I'm gonna put it under the door handle, like and block it.
All right.
I look at the hawk. What's it look? Is it looking at me in a way?
It's sort of just tilting its head.
Don't you judge me. I open it up. Take a deep breath. I remember what it said. Do you wish to seek the knowledge? Can you seek the knowledge? Wasn't that it?
Are you capable of seeking out its knowledge?
I
There you go.
answer the question yes, as if it's been asked to me.
All right. Are you looking at the book?
I'm looking at the book and I answer the question yes.
With it open,
Yes.
make a charisma saving throw.
Saving throw. Oh boy, here we go.
Boom, demon from level 5 of hell. And...
Not that evil.
Natural one. Natural one.
He's now
Hmm.
cursed.
I've forgotten what you rolled last time.
I don't know actually. But there you go.
It's been a week.
I don't remember the DC I said. Actually, can I see if
You can
I
check the
can't
history.
remember what you rolled last time, and I want to check this out quickly.
Do you need to know for what effect this has?
Well, he succeeded.
Oh boy. Ew.
Uh,
I wish I could.
Someone's showing off.
I wish I could summon one of my like spirits, but none of them give me advantage on charisma. On charisma.
Christmas saving throws.
Yeah, no. It's annoying. Oh boy.
Yep. Oh, he
That's the
rolled a
makeover
15 last time.
Perception. Did he?
Yeah, I found it.
Perception, nature, insight, perception, dexterity. Oh yeah, 15.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, that. Yeah, no, that makes sense. All right, Sano. As you start to read this book, you feel a presence pressing against your mind, and the more you sort of look at it, the more you feel this presence press, and before you can avert your gaze, you suddenly feel your mind just expand. And in it is just multiple voices shouting, screaming, and you just
It's my money and I need it now.
you can't entirely really comprehend what's being said. Some of it is just indecipherable mutterings, and others is just shouting in languages you don't understand. And the languages you do, it's not really making sentences or anything. And you just feel your mind fill and fill. You lose all sense of the outside world. And after a couple of minutes, you suddenly feel just the presence leave your head.
Hello?
Is the animal still there?
The animal's gone by this point.
Okay.
He was,
Jesus.
Sano was stunned for a little over a minute.
Uh, do I feel any different?
You felt like you've just had several shouting matches in your head.
Oh. Ow.
It hurts and it was uncomfortable. You essentially had so many other people in your head you couldn't distinguish who you were.
Ugh.
Mm.
Ugh.
Your eyes fall back down upon the book. And you notice that you do not feel that presence anymore. The scribblings are still insane. You flip to the back to the last page to find where it had written once before. And instead of "Are you capable of seeking out its knowledge?" it just has "Let's begin."
No.
We started the
Shit.
death game.
No.
I quickly boom close the book. I take a few seconds and I sort of lift it back up again and look again.
Still says the same thing.
I shut it back down. Oh boy. Okay. I summon one of my spirits again. I don't care which it is. I just
The
call.
bear appears. As it appears, it's sort of just rolling on its back. And then just looks at you. Rolls back onto its side. It gets up to its paws, kind of comes over, and you just feel the spiritual tongue just lick your face.
I sort of pat it, even though my hand's probably just going through it. Okay. Okay, that was interesting. Okay. I probably shouldn't read this again tonight, should I?
The
I'm-
bear shrugs.
That doesn't help. Oh boy. I open the book back open onto the page that has new thing written, and I go, begin what?
The book just sits there.
Ah, don't just stop like that. It scares me. Ugh. Ugh.
How to freak your players out.
How to
Water for
Random
jam.
rolling, or if you can't roll actual
No,
dice
it's
to freak
wall-
them out, just
It's water for jam. It's random books that don't talk back to you for comment.
No, it's random entities that just like, here, let's just throw something at you and then just stonewall you.
it's not stonewalling you.
It's a book, dude.
That's it's doing a thing.
I thought we could.
I mean, it's not. That's why you've got a problem.
Do you
Yeah,
even
I love
remember what Savangol said?
About to say, I'm sure Sabagal said you could only
do
Where is
it
it?
once a day.
gather a self-field gem
Mm.
illusion is used for communication through planes as a defense mechanism once a day.
Once a day, like I said.
With which person?
That once you saved against it, you don't have to
Saved
save again.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. I didn't actually write it down.
I knew it said something about once. That's all I remember.
I'm gonna close the book.
Alright.
And I'm gonna stuff it back into my pack. Okay. Oh boy.
The bear just stares at you and blinks.
With the, I think I'm gonna need another drink. Yeah, I'm gonna head back down and I'll grab a drink and then I'll then head back up once I've finished enough drinks.
Well, as you unlock the door and pull the chair down, Boar has his fist raised, about to knock on your door.
Oh. Hey, Bo.
I look at my fist. I look at Cerno. I didn't even have to knock. So I'm
Yeah.
tipsy at this point.
Yes.
I can see.
We need to talk about what we might see.
Okay. He's ruffling his hair. He's sort of shifting back and forth on his foot on his feet, sort of uncomfortable. What do you mean? Come on in.
You know what I mean as I walk in.
Yes, and to be honest, we haven't heard anything. We haven't seen anything. I think that's the least of our problems for now. Yeah.
It is, but
Come on, look. They wandered. Look, we just ran into them. They may not even be around here anymore. You know, and they've probably moved on. You know.
I put both of my hands on Cerno, and I say, and I sit down next to him, kind of leaning against the bed.
He claps one hand on your shoulder and the other one just sort of misses it before down.
Okay.
Look at the stuff. Savangol, people from Savangol's past have shown up.
Okay.
Agnes,
How drunk are you?
I've had 5, and I say I put up 5, and I say 5, but I actually put 2.
Okay. Oh, right then. Look.
The
I don't-
British insults you.
Oh my god.
What?
Anyways,
If you
Two
put up 2
fingers.
fingers, palm toward, if you put up your index and middle, yeah, it is your index and middle
Mhm.
finger, palm facing towards you, you're saying up yours.
really,
Yeah,
That's
Ah.
a British thing.
that's a
Yeah.
I
British
didn't know
thing.
that.
I thought it
come-
was.
it
I thought
comes-
it was like the back of your hand, not
If
your
it-
palm.
No, if
It's a
your
backwards
palm is
position.
facing you, so if
Oh,
you're
yeah,
showing
okay.
them the back of your hand and your 2 fingers,
Right. Yeah. Okay.
and
Now I
that
know what you mean.
comes from
Yeah.
British archers showing off to French, because when the French captured British archers, they would chop off those 2 fingers so they couldn't continue to fire bows when they got
Oof.
got free. So it was an up
That-
yours. I still got my fingers.
That's really fucking cool. I did not know that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's really fucking.
Wow.
It's a
This
Brit
is
insult to the
amazing.
French.
Wait,
That's-
Of course it is.
didn't the British cut off the French?
I don't know if the French also did it. If the British also did it, I just know it was a British way of
But
saying.
anyways.
F you French,
Hmm.
I still have my fingers.
What are you worried about, Boar?
Coincidences of the dragon, for starters, coming back.
Well,
7 people have shown up. We don't know anything about the cat. I mean, we don't ask.
yeah, we don't ask.
Agnes keeps to herself. And I mean, I was surprising, but not really, to see that she's wanted.
Considering she has a necklace of ears.
No,
Yeah.
I have a necklace of dragon scales and the ears are on my belt.
Oh, because of course a belt of ears is so much better.
Yes.
Listen, sir, no. It's been a long time since we've had to deal with
Yeah.
We're among
being,
friends
like-
now.
A couple of months.
In a couple months. Sure. We've grown, we've learned. And if they come across, let them. We know what to do now.
No! Don't let them! We don't want them coming back! What the hell have you been drinking? To make you so bloody like this?
You notice that he is sort of, his entire body is sort of slowly just doing a circle. As in he's just slowly sort of bobbing around in a circle.
I was actually about to say the same damn thing.
Okay. Breathe, Sono. Breathe. Okay.
Swaying, that's the word.
Okay,
Hmm.
Boar, I don't think we have anything to worry about. We haven't heard anything, we haven't seen anything. They've probably moved on. Both figuratively and literally, because, you know, they were a traveling band, so, you know. They
They're
were,
assholes, yeah.
they were that, but they also stayed on the move. They weren't in one place, okay? So just let it go for now, okay? Please?
Okay, I was just saying.
Okay, cool. Alright. Come on, there you go.
And I pass out.
Nah, screw it. I'm gonna walk down, I'm gonna grab a drink until I...
His head leans further and further forwards, and you're like, don't you dare, don't you
Don't you-
dare, and then it's just flat back.
Yeah, screw it, I'll join you. I go down and I have enough drinks to drink away my fucking nerves. I drink the jitters away and whatever the hell that was.
Oh,
How many mugs do you have before you go down on board?
I keep...
Wait, hold on! No! Stop!
Did you have to choose that wording?
Shut up! Rephrase that!
It's what Cerno said.
Where did I say that?
You said, okay, I'll join him, I'll go down.
I said I'll join him. I swear that's what I said.
He
I'll
said,
go
I'll
down.
join him, I'll go down to the bar.
Yeah, that's what he meant.
I know what what he meant, but that's no fun.
No, shut up, Atlas! Get out of here!
Yes, Atlas, yes!
What the fuck?
What did he say?
He
Atlas
said
Sono
Sono times
X4.
4.
Okay.
So you
GTA
go
was
down
brought
to
into
the, lower floor of the tavern and buy alcohol.
Yep, I'm going to keep drinking until the jitters from what the flip I just did goes away.
She's
She's already got enough that she needs to do Atlas.
Hey Atlas,
Wait, no.
here's
no,
your next drawing
no.
request.
No, shut
my
up! Woman, shut up!
That really would make him a furry artist.
Oh no!
Amazing.
Anyway,
So,
right,
how many drinks do I end up having?
roll a constitution check. If you're just rolling to get a bit to get rid of the jitters, roll a
God.
constitution check.
Okay.
Constitution, that's
My
low,
cheeks hurt
plus-
so bad. Jim, I hate you. Oh,
And Nate was the one that said it.
I feel like I'm gonna be sick from laughing so much.
It takes you the majority of one tankard, about half of another. The jitters have gone.
Whew.
So that's 8 copper.
A copper.
I did 5, you pussy.
To be fair, he's small, so it would take less to get him drunk.
And he's also not trying to get drunk. He's just trying to get rid of the jitters. Of
I thought he
essentially
wanted
being-
to pass out like a ball.
That's what I was thinking he was doing.
He said he wanted to get rid of the jitters.
Yep, and if I get drunk, I get drunk.
If he goes down on
1.5 to get rid of the jitters, and he's quite tipsy because that was one hell of an experience. Essentially, feeling like you are several people, and not being able to tell yourself from them.
Yeah. I'm gonna go
So
back
he's
up.
quite tipsy, but he's
I'm gonna go back up to bed, and I'm gonna hope I go into the right room. Because I'm not paying
You've got
attention
half
at
a
this point.
pint left. You've got half a mug left to drink.
I down that.
chug, 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 chug. Yes.
All right, and a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, here we go. Worse again.
Okay, yeah, you're now just stumbling upstairs.
And if I go into the wrong room,
Oh no.
You kind of glance at the room, open it, see a rug, and go, "Yeah, it's my room."
Whose room did he go to?
His room.
Mm.
His room.
with
Oh,
you
There's
passed
just
out
a
in
rug
it,
on the floor.
which is Boar. I just
Okay.
realised that.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Um,
All right. Savangirl and Arsene are the first to rise.
Bagpipe musical in the morning.
Yep. You have fun with that.
Ellison's bolt upright in bed and goes, "Oh, I did not set an alarm clock." Why did I agree for you to be in my room? And he just starts kind of scraping a few things into a bag. Right, well, I'll hopefully see you again soon, miss. Why am I talking to you? You're not going to hear me well. There's Avangard, and he kind of walks out of the room. Catch you later.
Tell the rest of the troop I said hi.
But of course, I'll tell him you've been getting into mischief.
Not like anything else is unusual.
This is true. And with that, he kind of disappears down the stairs.
Can we name the title of this one "Going Down on"?
No.
Just going down.
No.
The stairs?
It's all
You're
down
upset
here
about
from
that,
here.
but you wouldn't stop about patty cake.
That's because I don't see it that way, Jam. You're the one who opened my eyes to the meaning of patty cake.
It's good to get intellectual about all different
You're
languages.
gonna go down and do patty cake then, are you?
Oh no.
Anyway.
I'm trying not to puke. This isn't helping.
I mean, Boar is also trying not to puke as well.
Yeah.
Hey, we have something in common right now. What? Damn, shush! Get your mind out of the gutter. The one thing I thought I would never say to Jam.
D&D testing relationships. Right. Okay. Arsene, roll an investigation check for.
Wait, God, what's my investigation? It's a 0. Can Night Eyes help me?
Sure, you can roll it as Night Eyes.
I was asking going off and
Okay, so I roll for 1 for me and then 1 for Night Eyes.
No, just one for Night Eyes.
Damn it.
This is a +0 too, so I'm just gonna roll for Arsene. We're not smart.
Nice try.
I got a 5. I'm never gonna find anything.
I legit feel like I'm about to puke.
All right. What's everyone else doing? I'll keep that 5 in mind.
Silent is playing bagpipes throughout all her friends' rooms.
No.
Agnes's door would have been locked.
Can I try to throw a boot or something at Savagal to shut her up?
Make a.
We don't have any
Dexterity
boots in our
check.
room, boy. Neither of us wear shoes.
Actually, yeah, no, wait. You don't have shoes.
I want to throw something at least.
Throw Cerno! Throw Cerno!
No!
I throw Cerna
Oh no.
because I'm not paying attention.
Make
I
a
just
strength
grab
check at
something.
disadvantage, and if that succeeds, you'll make a dexterity check at disadvantage.
Me.
Make a strength check.
Make a strength check at disadvantage, Boar.
It says I have. Oh, that's saving throw. Okay, that's an 8, and that's a 5.
You go to pick Sano up, and oh no, you should probably stop that. Oh, your stomach. Nope, 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 nope.
Oh, boy, come on.
Sano, you feel one of your legs lift and then get rapidly put back down.
Uh,
There we go. Go. 7, go.
Oh boy.
Go away.
I assume this is how being drunk is.
We don't know.
Wow.
I'll find out soon, though.
I feel like.
Oh,
wait, I don't know about purple. Am I the only one that's properly been drunk?
Probably.
I was gonna think. Oh, what's it called? Jam. What's the show which is like which has Oh Matron? Oh Matron.
Carry on.
Yeah, the Carry On one set in Rome. I'm pretty sure it's the Carry On.
Anyways,
Set in room.
boy finally
Yeah,
gets
there's
up,
I think there's a Carry On in Rome, or I'm mixing.
Probably is, but I don't know what the tie is to this situation.
Carry On Cleo or something. Yeah, Carry On Cleo. There's essentially a scene where the guy is just so drunk in the morning.
Huh.
Carry On Cleo.
I don't think I've seen that one.
This is the
I kind of stopped watching it when I realized that the attractive young girl that's the sex symbol is my cousin.
Oh dear lord.
Oh, wait,
Ooh,
hold
that
on.
would be so uncomfortable.
Sex symbol and cousins. Okay.
Those things should never
Barbara
mix.
Barbara Windsor, who is when they were filmed, she must have been in her 20s, 30s.
Oh.
We're related to her.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Okay. Anyways, back to the Dungeons and Dragons learning. It's been really like of a learning experience this session, hasn't it? I've learned a lot today.
We have.
Me too, unfortunately.
We have.
But not in the things I wanted to learn.
Alright, so Savangal's playing the bagpipes. Sano and Bora are ignoring her. Agnes.
Well, her door would have been locked, so the cat would have had no luck getting in.
But still playing outside of it.
Oh yeah, it'd wake her up. She just can't get in the room. She would wake up and eventually go down for breakfast.
Alright. Well, you go down for breakfast. Let's see. Oh, scene.
My social anxiety got the better of me. Oh.
Okay, so you're sort of just wandering around the streets, kind of asking here and there. Now, all of a sudden, you find yourself in an alley,
Mm.
and there's something that you just walk through something, and you look down at your feet, and you notice that there's just blood on the floor. And as you look up, what was probably once a humanoid form seems to be almost split in half to the waist. So it's split sort of centrally in half all the way down to the waist, and has just sort of split open, think somewhat like a peeled banana. And you can't see the head, and it's just sort of lying on the floor, and you realize it's blood that you're walking through.
What? Okay.
It's a very large humanoid form.
Large, tall. That's a lot of. Okay, we've seen dead people. Maybe not. But oh, where's the nearest guard? Oh God. Oh,
Did you say this out loud?
yes.
Oh, I've seen dead people before. Oh God, where's the nearest guard? And as you're saying this, sort of voice goes, "Are you okay, me? Oh dear Lord!"
No. What is this? Yeah, this is a.
There is a guard kind of stood there, and he's just holding onto his spear. Kind of looks down, looks at you, and goes, can you explain?"
I wish I could. I was just walking and I walked through the blood and it. Yeah.
I can see your footprints. Do
Ooh.
you want to do me a favor?
Mhm.
Oh no.
Do you want to go down the road and get the go to the guard station?
Yeah. Okay.
Say Jeremy requests some reinforcements.
Yeah, sure. I'll go do that real quick now.
Thanks.
Okay. I can do that.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Sounds like I missed
Why does
something.
a fire?
You did.
Why does a fire get me this? Let me go get Jeremy. I know Jeremy asked for reinforcements, so I quickly make my way down. Very conscious of the fact there is blood on my shoes.
You are leaving bloody footprints.
I just don't like
What
this at
the
all.
flip have I missed? Blood? What?
I've seen
Our
walked on a
scene
murder.
walked into a murder scene.
I'm also just petting Night Eyes a lot. Okay. Yeah, guard station. Where's the guard station? You said down the road, right?
Yeah, you sort of, as you're imagining this walking down the road, that another guard seems to be double taking at the blood on the footprints.
You guard friend. Hello. Where's the guard station? Jeremy asked for reinforcements. He sent me. Please.
I'm assuming you came, and that's why there's. You came from where Jeremy is, and that's why you got blood on your shoes.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Well, the guard station 3 doors down. You can see the people in armor outside. I'm gonna go find him if you don't mind. And with that,
Okay,
he
just-
sort of just jogs off.
Follow the footprints.
Yeah. You
Okay.
just suddenly hear, "Oh my god!"
What
Okay.
have I missed?
I walked
told
on a
you.
murder.
A murder? What?
I literally walked onto it. Anyway, guard station down the road. I forgot already.
You go 3 doors down, find the several guards in armor stood there, and after the similar exchange of Jeremy blood request reinforcements, about 3 or 4 slightly more heavily armed guards run out and follow your bloody footprints down to wherever you came from.
Oh, and then
This has also taken you the vast majority of the morning.
Oh, fun. Am I done? Are they done? Do they not need me anymore?
One does step forward and goes, Miss, if we could get a statement from you, and possibly a place where you were staying, just in case we need to get in contact with you again.
Yeah, of course. Here, now, somewhere else. I don't know.
If
how
you
do
just
do
come
these
in,
things?
one of the clerks should be able to record it down for you.
Okay. Okay, that sounds good. I'll do that. Let's do that.
He kind of leads you inside, directs you to a desk with a gnomish figure sat behind, scribbling away, and goes, "We've got a statement to be taken about incident. Put it underneath the name Jeremy." Of course, of course. What is the statement you wish to give, miss?
So I was just wandering through town.
Mind
Suddenly,
your own business.
business? No.
No, minding your own business.
Yeah, minding my own business. Just the thing.
Yeah, that's how most of these start. Comma.
Yeah, okay, yes, fine, usual thing and all that. Suddenly, the ground felt weird, and I looked down, and then
Ground felt weird. Looks down.
looked to the left, and there was a body, a person, no head, cut mostly down the middle.
Okay, mostly down the middle. Did you see or hear anything?
Heard nothing. There was just a lot of blood everywhere. It
A
was
lot
big.
of blood.
A lot of blood.
Underlines it. A lot of blood.
And then Jeremy was there. And he was like,
came to
"Do you
aid.
know what happened?" And I was like, "No, I don't know what happened."
Doesn't know anything else that happened. Okay.
And I got sent here.
And sent for. Okay, right. And if you can kind of does a
Yeah.
little curl, like dictate it by, and does a line. If you don't mind signing here, just to say that that is your statement.
No, my handwriting's crap. Yeah, okay.
Don't worry.
Just write our scene.
You've got to crappily write our scene, to which very much looks like a signature. And he goes, that'll do. Right, and
I've never signed anything
thank you,
before.
miss. Oh, place of where we may be able to contact you if you don't mind.
Currently staying in the Crystal Tankard? Yes,
Crystal
that
Tankard.
place. Yeah, you know the place.
Oh, good. Well, if we need to get hold of you, we will try there.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Just look for
Not,
the
we may have to
giant
use
bugbear.
Johan.
Johan.
Wow.
Does Johan have a shop? Never mind. You know what?
Did you?
If we met
Which side of the city did you enter from? And actually, what time of day?
South side, late day, before sunset.
Oh, so you would have seen the blinding light coming from his tower. He lives there.
That's really cool. That's his tower.
Well, he's meant after it. This thing looks like it's going to fall to pieces any second now. But yes, if you want Johan, you can find him.
Okay,
Don't fall in
thank
the
you.
water.
Thank you. All right. Yeah. Hopefully, don't have to see you around. Hopefully, this will get cleared up quickly. Well, thank you. I'm gonna go if that's okay. Can I?
Yes, that's perfectly fine. I have plenty.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, miss, I almost forgot. And he hands you a copper. There you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Reporting a crime. Clearly, you're not from around here. Just go on.
Never done. Okay, thank you. Bye. Never
They-
done this before. They give me a copper.
For providing information, yeah.
Alright.
I wish that fucking worked in real.
So this has taken most of the morning, right?
This has
Oh,
taken
so-
most of the morning.
I would
For our
like to
scene.
find the nearest non-bloody alleyway that I can. Just
Uh.
sit for a bit. Give me like an hour.
So Agnes has been downstairs the whole time, just wondering where the hell people are.
Oh, you know, I oh fuck, I didn't actually narrate that, did I?
Boys down at this point.
I meant to
just
narrate that I
holding his
told
head
staff, tell them that
Yeah.
I'd gone out shopping.
Sono's eventually gotten up, scratched his.
If Agnes inquired, you were informed by the Dragonborn that your tiefling friend went out shopping.
Mm-hmm. Agnes still doesn't like this town, so she doesn't really want to go walkabouts.
Sono just quickly checks over his pack, sees the book, and covers it with everything else very quickly, and just like pats the top and steps away. Not gonna read that again! And then he's gonna walk downstairs.
Is Bor in the room when you said that?
No,
No.
Boar's already down. He's sitting next to you.
I like
holding
how you
his
paid for 2 rooms and ended up only using 1.
I know. Oops.
Right, well, you both end up downstairs. Agnes is finished eating and is sort of just looking around.
We didn't pay for breakfast though. We only did dinner.
We did both.
She asked
we
if you wanted to
Mhm.
include dinner.
Yes. Never mind then.
Where's the cat?
I would assume probably by this point she's finished her rendition and has joined you around the table, unless there's anything she wants to do.
Yeah, she's gonna be eating her. Last time she spent time talking about her adventures with
Closer to the mic, Purple.
she's just eating breakfast after spending the night talking with her drummer buddy.
All right. So she is sat with you eating.
I grabbed my own
Well-
food as well.
I suppose we should do some investigation, see if anyone has heard anything around here.
Yep.
Several
That should
bowls
be
of
it.
porridge are
We do.
provided with a few choices to go in: honey, sugar.
Stora, have you
want
heard
honey.
anything, dear?
No meat?
Who puts meat in porridge? You've got a weird cat.
She's a cat. Would you expect anything else?
That's actually more of an in-joke between me and Purple, but all right.
Mm.
Storath, have you heard anything we should know about this town?
Well, don't carry flames over the western side of town. They get a bit grumpy.
A bit.
Any more gossip sort of thing?
Well, I
Local
heard
news.
Johann's looking to send people off to Anchor Isle again.
Anchor up?
Anchor Isle.
Where
Why would that
it's-
be?
are you?
West. It's the sister island to where Breinhall sits.
Oh, so here. Right?
Why would that be?
Oh, he wants some herb from there again.
Anything about people going missing?
No, not really from around here. I think a few of the farmers have been complaining about large horse-sized winged beasts attacking some of their cattle.
Wyverns and-
That one's new. Any large groups of people coming into town?
Probably not much larger than yourselves or a merchant caravan.
Hmm.
Well, thank you very much.
No
There wasn't
worries.
much information. Where do you guys suggest we go research then?
Sano's just quietly eating his food.
Let's go see Johan.
Well, we should probably figure out where our scene is.
We should find them. But where is this Johan staying in?
At
It's
the...
a really good question. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know, so... okay.
Ooh, right.
Fucking, I wrote down her name, but I don't know where to put the paper.
The woman?
Storith.
Storith.
Do you know where a Johan is?
Yeah. He's in that blasted tower to the south of the city. I think you used to keep me up at night. And then you get used to it.
Well,
Thank
you
you
guys
for that
can have fun talking to him. I will go somewhere else.
Like where? I hand her however amount that I needed to pay for the people to hold after the horse again. I don't remember how much I paid, but I hand
But
her.
I'm not entirely
my-
sure why you're handing it to the barkeep.
Not the barkeep. I was saying it to
Agnes.
Agnes. Alright.
Oh, Agnes. It was 2
Well-
silver and 5 copper.
2 silver. 1, 2. I hand it to her and I say, "Here, go by the stables and hand this to them, so they can hold the horses."
We're staying another night.
Well, we gotta figure out stuff, and it might take us all day. So.
Especially if we need to find our scene.
Yep.
Oxenfront. That was the
Oxen-
name mentioned in the letter. Or one of them mentioned in the letter, so...
Actually, you know what? Hold on to that money. I think we need to find our scene and then get out of here.
Where's Savangal? Is she with us?
Savangal's eating right now.
Okay.
He's eating.
She's meowing next to us.
Yeah, we need to find our scene and what was the town I mentioned again?
Oxenfront.
Oxenfront.
That's what the letter said.
That's the one. Yeah, right. Okay. Oh boy.
Sono, what exactly happened to you after last night after you left? You seem to have had a rough night even though you left early.
I got drunk.
Yeah, I decided to have a few more drinks, you know. That's it. That's it, really.
Can I
You
tell
more
that
drinks?
Cerno is not doing well, and like he's hiding stuff?
If any of you want to make an insight check, I will happily try and do deception.
What's my insight? It's +4. I mean, yeah.
That would be from Boar. Do you want it from Agnes as well?
If you want to roll a insight on Cerno,
I know he's
Yeah.
being
you can.
shady.
I'm fine, guys, really. Let me see what my deception is. It's -1, isn't it? Yeah, it'd be -1, but let me check. You never know, it may be more.
All you gotta do is beat a fucking 14. That's all you gotta beat for right now.
And,
Okay.
alright, so 14 is the intent and the one to beat. And deception. There we go.
Yes!
Oh my god, yeah.
I'm not okay. I am drunk, and I'm also not talking about something else.
Agnes, you feel like he may have been drinking to hide some problem? But this is not how your buddy normally acts. Something's off.
I give him a warm hug,
Oh,
and I say,
okay, we're doing this now. Okay. Thanks, Paul.
we're doing this now.
Thanks, Paul.
It's gonna be okay.
I guess, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna...
Sono, if you are that worried about where we are, we can move on very quick.
Oh! Yeah, it's that. Yeah, it's that. Yeah, I'm just worried about running into, you know, Yeah, that's it.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Would you be better on the
Would
road or
I
in Oxenfront?
Well, I don't really care about the road, but we do need to go to Oxenfront. That is, you know, that is the place that was mentioned on the map. Well, Rashingar was also mentioned, but they specifically sort of mentioned Oxenfront, where people were being taken to, I think. So that'd probably be the place to go check. Yeah. Where's our scene?
Okay.
Damn it, Jam.
Um,
Perception.
Hmm?
Perception.
Perception
Yes.
is +2.
Roll.
I did.
No, roll a perception check. Is what Nate
Again?
Because I didn't hear
No,
Nate.
you rolled. It would be an insight for Cerno. The perception is unrelated, as I said.
Yeah, I was about to say. We
Oh.
didn't hear you say perception. Oh my god, a fucking nat 20.
Woo! First 20 of the entire session!
Yes. And it's for
Wow.
this. Agnes,
Hmm.
as this conversation is happening, you notice the shadows seem to act a bit weird around the door, and as it draws your attention, a sort of humanoid figure makes its way through.
Do I recognize them?
No.
No rebel.
So the shadow acts weird and then the human comes through.
Wait,
So
Humanoid.
the light passing in through the door, through the window next to the door, is causing a shadow, and you see it seems to sort of move and bend, and then sort of twist up, and the shadowy humanoid figure seems to just then pass through the door.
do none of us see this then?
No one else sees this.
Would she have alerted us?
No,
This is good.
but she's watching it while continuing the conversation.
And
Well,
Seven,
good.
you'll notice that Jam is staring at something.
That Jam is
Jam is
staring
not
at something?
staring at anyone.
I mean, Agnes.
How come
Well,
I
Purple
haven't
can
been
roll a
fucked up with
perception
that
check.
one? How come I haven't been fucking up with the names? All I get is Arsene and Agnes confused because they both start with a fucking A. But people are breaking character.
I have a lot of things on my mind.
I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at my group.
You gotta think about a lot of things.
Seven Girl, you're enjoying your food. Sano seems to be acting a bit weird. You don't really pay too much attention to Agnes.
Seven Girl already got her pat on Agnes, so she's happy.
So we should head to Oxenfront, I believe.
Well,
Yeah, but
I
where's that?
have an idea.
Oh, go ahead, Bo.
Mm.
I need to go talk to Johan, and I walk out.
The figure moves closer to you, Jam.
Bo, well, okay.
So
Yeah.
we may have company.
Dude, like, before I walk out, do I see this?
She nods. She
You
nods
see
towards
nothing.
them.
I see nothing.
Sano, you see nothing.
Well, of course you have company, Jam.
Hmm.
Oh, damn it! I did this as well. Of course you have company.
Wow!
Of course you have company. You two have just become so similar at this point. You both hate water. You both hate flying. You both want to kill everything. You both love drinking.
She doesn't want to kill me, at least not at the moment, but...
Agnes
Black Widow,
doesn't
Black
like.
Widow, Black Widow. I mean, what?
Anyways.
And
Has
I
Agnes
sort
picked
of,
up that they can't see this thing?
what are you talking about?
You do not
yeah.
see anyone.
Sano doesn't see anything. And it's at this point you hear a voice kind of go, ghastly hair color.
None of us hear it as well.
Does she hear
Only
it? Or is
Agnes.
it...
Just look like you've heard something. Oh, well, she may not have do. What are you going on about, Agnes? Seriously, what is it?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Yeah, okay. Whatever you say. Where's our scene? Oh,
I don't know. We should probably go look for her.
oh.
Hey,
Savangal, you wish to come with?
Yeah, I guess.
The figure is
Sure,
just sort of floating next to your chair.
how about?
Did I recognize the voice?
Nope.
Cerno, Savangal, I don't know this, but I was going to do this before this shit happened. Savangal, Cerno, why don't you take this letter, take the letter, which is the letter we found, and go take that to Johan to see if he can scry on who wrote this.
We don't have the letter.
Do we not have the fucking letter?
You
We
gave it
put
to
it
guards at
back.
Neverwinter.
Mm.
The guards took it, so we don't actually have anything to track. I
about
literally
they
complained
go
about that when we
find-
first met him. Like, bugger, we don't have anything. And to be honest, going back to, you know,
Neverwinter would be a waste.
And
of
you only have
time.
the description of people you killed as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Well, go find our scene.
Wait,
Savingal looks at Agnes like, Agnes, can we use the ears that you picked up to scry?
of the dead people?
I mean, like oh, actually, never mind.
I was thinking more of the items we picked up in the cave.
well, we
Those
didn't
could.
we didn't pick up anything else though, did we?
I'm trying to remember where we got things.
I don't have anything else in my inventory that would
I got a crossbow and some crossbow bolts from there. I'm not there. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, I have nothing.
So no letter. Food. No, it's just money. Mm.
No, I checked mine. I didn't have anything. Well, I say we all go find our scene. We go grab our.
Should we pay for another night of the horses, or are we leaving today?
We'll leave today.
Yeah, may as well. I don't see why
Agnes
we'd
makes a
stick
point
around.
of standing up and moving through the shadow to see if it reacts.
Like an actual open display of doing so, or just sort of acting casually and just walking through it as if it isn't there.
Casually, as if it's not there.
Is here rude.
And I don't recognize it.
Nope.
Ah,
Appears to be a human male figure.
I go back upstairs to grab all of my stuff, my backpack and all of that, and I come downstairs. I'm ready to go.
Savingal,
Yes?
can you detect things?
I have identify.
Hmm,
No, like detect magic.
not exactly what I was thinking. You can't sense if there is something.
I can see invisibility.
Not what I was thinking either.
You notice that the figure is now beginning to somewhat look at you a bit more, Jam.
Jam.
Well, it's looking more at Agnes.
I got what he meant.
I'm getting everyone. I'm being
Oh look,
sorry.
rocks are falling on top of Boar. What a weird
Oh, no.
coincidence.
What? Oh, this
Where did
hurts.
the rocks
A
come
weird
from?
portal appears underneath his feet and he falls through the 9 layers of hell.
No.
you-
And he's back.
Are you looking for something, Agnes? What's wrong?
More identifying.
If you're looking
Something that you
You now
can't
have
see.
a shadowy hand just being sort of waved in front of your face, Agnes.
if you're looking, my unicorn spirit can help. Possibly.
Agnes looks directly at the person's face. something not everyone can see.
Um.
You just hear a oh shit! Ah!
What?
Wait, you can see me? At this point, he's now actually pointing at you.
She nods.
I can be seen.
Oh fuck! What the hell is this?
Um.
Agnes, you okay?
In all honesty, I'm not sure.
My,
Do we need
Whoa!
more
I can
ale?
talk to someone. Oh, this is going to be great. I've been so bored.
Oh fuck!
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I'm so happy for this.
a unicorn spirit, my hawk spirit, one of them could help, but
Can you talk to them?
I can talk. They can't.
Hmm.
But they're still good company. You know.
Why
They
don't you
are.
guys go and find our scene?
What about you?
Sir, yeah.
I need to talk to
you-
someone here.
Woo, friend.
I love this person already. I don't even know who they are. They're going to annoy the fuck out of Agnes.
Okay.
This is...
Well,
This
we'll
is
go and
stinky.
find it.
Oh,
Seven Girl would like to cast see invisibility on herself just because Agnes is talking to something else and she can't see it.
She hasn't actually said anything to this person. She's nodded at them, but she hasn't spoken to them.
Nah,
do it anyways.
do it anyways.
You do not see any invisible creatures.
Oh my god, you have a fucking annoying ghost after you,
This feels slightly meta.
right?
Wow.
Ooh, friend. Okay.
Find our scene, come back, go speak to this wizard if you wish. I'll
We
be
don't
here.
have any.
I
reason
don't
to
think
talk
we
to him.
need to. I mean,
Hmm.
we're not looking for
Nope.
anyone specific yet, so yeah, I'll talk to you. We'll go. We'll
We'll
meet back up
meet
at the
back.
cart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't wish to go too far out into town anyway.
Yep. Not a worry, and we'll walk off and we'll go find our scene.
I start looking
Ooh.
for the weevil.
After an hour has passed, Arsene leaves the alley that they were in, just
Alright.
chilling, and heads towards the wizard's tower.
Okay,
Still
Sono.
desperately trying to calm down, but I got stuff to do. I can't worry about dead
Sono
bodies.
4 make. Wait, is Savangao with them?
Yes.
So 2 of you 3 make investigation checks.
I have a +1.
Investigation. I have a +0. I'm still gonna do it anyway.
Oh my god.
15.
Agnes is going to ask if she can still use the room for an hour or more.
What's your
So
investigation, Savangel?
Sure, dear.
thank you very much. And she heads up, giving a look back to this figure.
I get to go in a room.
No.
Dude, I fucking love it.
She's
Uh,
trying her best to keep a straight
alright, yeah.
face.
Hell yes, I'm coming, miss. And he sort of struts slightly after you.
I
Gets to the
don't.
stairs, puts a foot down, and goes, oh, bloody hell. And you see him kind of have to pick it up and sort of almost like he's tiptoeing up the stairs, trying to balance as if he's not quite used to the whole walking up them thing.
Oh, I think I know what
reminds
happened.
me of Vincent, and I hate it.
Oh no. I think I might know what's going on. Shit.
Boar, you think you catch a flash of tiefling horns? And as you go to point it out, Zavangal's already sort of bounding after Arsene.
Can Oh. It's okay. Oh,
Hi, Arsene.
oh. Savingao, hello.
Wait, hold on. How does
Hello.
she get one? Which one more?
I'm very sneaky.
You vote for stealth? Anyways.
Oh, fuck.
She never said she was trying to avoid you guys finding her.
I wasn't. True, I was just heading straight for the tower. I had
You
stuff
guys
to
just
do.
happened. You guys just happened to see her as you started your search.
Hey, oh, you're oh no, not all of you's here. Agnes, yeah, that's just right. Yeah,
Agnes doesn't like water.
Yeah, we
We
came to
are
find
near the
you.
water.
We're moving on.
are we? Can I meet up with you guys in a bit? Maybe like an hour. Give me an hour, maybe.
We'll come with you if you want. Because we're not really.
Yeah,
You,
not really doing much.
I guess if you
Not really much to
if you
do in
guys
this town.
want
It's
to,
all
I'm just gonna go say hi to Johan.
Johan. There's no need.
Okay.
Johan.
Just friendly
Is
visit.
is Arsene still trailing blood?
Oh shit.
She's
I
no
feel like
longer leaving
this
bloody
time-
footprints.
But my shoes, have it on me, please.
Her shoes are slightly darker in color.
Oh,
Not
sure.
that you particularly notice.
Okay.
God damn, I should use my water flask on them.
Do we see anything unusual about the guards? I assume she ducked out in an alleyway close by where the guard station is.
I did actually, yes. Nearest
Yes,
alleyway I could find.
however, when she emerged and started heading over to the she was on the no, she was on the eastern side of town, so she was on the stones when she stumbled across the body, and so she's been heading southwesterly, and that's when you ran into her. So the guards don't appear to be charging around, if that's what you're asking. But when Arsene went past the alleyway, there had formed a perimeter around it.
Do we see the perimeter?
No, it's more to the northeast.
Bit too far. I'll mention it later, maybe. Don't worry. Johan, can we go see Johan? Just then we can head back and get going. Wait. Hold that thought. Johan first. I should have asked.
All right, and you four start to set off towards the lighthouse.
And then I need to stop somewhere else after that. Should have double checked this first, but it's
Jam?
okay.
I get into the room, wait until this figure is in there, and then shut and lock the room, and then just turn and be like, "Who are you?"
You know, that's a good question.
Okay.
I don't particularly remember.
How long do you remember having consciousness?
Well, I don't know how long I've been like this. I think I was about, yeah, 20, 30, 40, 30 when I died. I assume I died.
When you died?
I assume I died.
What do you
I don't
mean?
really think of any other reason. Well, how many people do you see floating around? And he sort of waves his arms around and starts to slowly sink into the floor and go, oh, shit.
In all honesty, you are the first.
Hmm?
In all honesty, you were the first.
Oh, well, that's reassuring.
For you or for me? Because really, I'm not sure right now.
Well, I was kind of hoping the first person who could see me could help me.
And how would you have wanted help?
I don't know. Tell me where everyone else is.
Where everyone else is?
Well, look, I'm clearly not the first person to have died or whatever happened. So?
Which is also confusing to why you're the first I am seeing.
Yeah. So where's everyone else?
I love it.
If you're the first...
But I'm clearly not the
Why-
first person to have died.
No, but why are you the first I'm seeing?
I don't know. I was hoping you could tell me. You do not know how long I hung around temples. In fact, I don't know. I don't exactly have a good passage of time at the moment.
Temples.
Hmm.
Oh shit.
I mean, I could have hung around them for like a minute or an hour to 7 years. I don't know.
You come from this town?
I think I was here once or twice.
Do you remember anything of your life before?
I remember, I think there was a guy called Todd, a grass plane. I also seem to remember a dagger in my throat. Something to do with a ship. Yeah, there's other small random flashes, but I don't think they're entirely important.
Do you remember anything of yourself?
I could juggle.
As in what you looked like? For me, you're a shadow.
I had hair of a blonde color.
Oh my god, I love him.
Were you human?
Right, do I not look human? He sort of looks down at himself. I'm clearly human.
You look like a shadow.
I don't have elf ears, and he kind of flips at where his ears would be with his fingers.
And once again, you look like a shadow who knows what you
Does he have ears?
Not distinct ones which Agnes can see.
I was about to ask, is Agnes the caller?
Shadow, you say? Huh. Well, I guess I'm hanging around you now.
What?
Oh.
Excuse
Sure,
me.
why not? It could be fun.
I love this man.
You have no idea who you are.
Yep.
Would you recognize anyone if you saw them?
Who knows? Not like they could see me.
That wasn't part of the question.
I answered it anyway.
Gotta stop.
I feel like I'm being unfair and already hating you.
Well, I believe my name was Dayron.
Dayron.
Sure, why not?
Spell that for me. No, okay.
I spelled it as Dayron.
Yeah,
thanks.
Abby's getting the
Hey.
idea.
High five.
Okay, I heard something different, so okay.
I'm
Dayron.
when I'm doing something, I'm going to stop myself from thinking in the usual way of how sounds are converted into words and just go.
Because I am
what do they-
dyslexic.
I heard Dayron.
Yes,
Dayron?
Dayron.
Dayron. Dayron.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
okay, I heard
Dayron, but
Abby
Day-
wrong. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, boo.
No, that's fair, actually.
Why is my...
Anyway.
I like this man already.
Well, if you are to follow me, then do not get in my way too much or distract me.
No problemo.
I don't wish to people to be watching me more than they already are.
I mean, with that hairstyle, they're going to.
I will point out that Agnes has been trying to get rid of it as much as possible. It's not like just still there.
It's not its vibrant color that it once was. It's now sort of
Mm.
faded in quite a few paces.
Oh my god, I love this NPC. Torture.
If you see anything that springs to mind, don't shout it out all of a sudden, but do let me know.
Okay,
Maybe we
what's your
can-
name? I may not remember it.
Agnes.
Okay, Agnes.
Oh my God.
What would we go with my name was again?
Dayron.
Ah, yeah, that sounds familiar.
Hmm.
I love him.
Let's just go. And she just
Alrighty.
walks out and doesn't wait for him or anything, however long he takes.
Oh no, he can go downstairs a lot easier than he can go up.
And she heads to the stables.
In fact, it seems almost like he just sinks through the floor and then just walks out of the stairs.
He goes
I
behind.
do. I love this NPC. He's my favorite.
You seem to like all the NPCs.
You're very good at making NPCs,
Because they're all
even
fun.
the ones I hate.
So fun.
Good.
Except Todd. I just don't like the name Todd. It's just a dick name.
Well, it rings a bell with Agnes.
How does
Oh.
it know?
It rings a bell with
Oh.
me as well.
I was gonna say, because someone else mentioned it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Todd's a dick. That's all you need to know is Todd's a dick.
I wrote Todd down once. Get him.
Alright, so Arsene and her new best friend
Wait, what?
head to the not Arsene, sorry. Agnes and
Yep.
her new best friend
There we go.
head to the stables.
Right, best friend. I don't have a best friend.
You got Night
Night
Eyes.
What's
Night
right
Eyes
here?
is my best friend here.
Arsene, Boar, Savangal, Cerno head towards the lighthouse.
To the lighthouse, babe.
Okay, lighthouse. Is there a door? Can I knock on a door?
Well, as you head towards the lighthouse, you sort of get to the main edge of the city, and the somewhat rickety pier leading to the lighthouse stands before you. It sways slightly every time a wave goes by.
Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. I had a mind blank. Oh, I'm so confused.
We keep going.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, how do you keep going?
We
Hmm.
walk with our legs.
Okay.
No, can I try? Can Boy try to do just handstands, like walking on his hands down?
Roll an acrobatics check. At
This is
disadvantage.
gonna go well.
What? Okay, I can see why it's at disadvantage. 11 and a 21. That's an easy 11. Damn it! That's the only time I wanted to go fucking high.
Well, the other three of you see Boar proudly go up onto his hands and start walking along this rickety bridge. It sort of wobbles every now and then, and he's doing all right until it sort of the waves hit as he sort of already only on one hand seems to wobble. He brings his hand down to try and balance him before he just kind of swings down and lands quite painfully with his legs either side of this wooden board.
Oh!
Shit!
Oh!
But I
Ow!
got 11.
If you rolled any lower, you're going in the ocean.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
As Bo pulls himself up.
To be honest, I don't know what else I expected, to be honest, but
Boar continues to shuffle along the board, this time with his legs somewhat crossed.
That
So
kinda
basically-
hurt, guys.
I'm
So
gonna
we
wait.
basically scoot along that board like a dog scoots its butt across the floor.
Not really.
He just doesn't bother to stand up.
Is gonna wait for Boar to finish going across and then go across too.
All right.
And then
For all you going across, make a dexterity check.
wheel.
Oh no. Do I have to make a dexterity check as well, or?
No, I'm letting that acrobatics check roll for you.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm really
no.
out of it. In the ocean I go, we sort of clear my boots. Oh,
All right.
Oh
we
my
all go
god.
in the
no.
ocean.
My acrobatics are higher.
Wait, what?
My acrobatics are
Dexterity check.
5.
What the hell? What's happened? What have you guys
You're
done?
walking across, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm walking across.
Hello,
Oh,
Dex.
Not
okay.
exactly the most stable of things.
Alright, so just a plus,
Why is this
just straight dexterity?
Yeah.
This is
Why could it
bullshit.
have been a dex save?
Why?
Right.
We
Lower
also
center of gravity.
Arsene and
Bad
Savangao
time.
can make dex saves now.
Oh my
Mm.
god.
So no, you're able to balance somewhat. The wobbling's a bit off-putting, but you're able to follow Boar across.
Oh no.
Can I try and help one of them before they fall in? Because I assume that's what's gonna
Oh my
happen.
god.
They are in front of you, and you see both of them fall down into similar poses that Boar ended up being in. Legs and arms just kind of splat over either side of the board, kind of just
Ooh.
staring down into the ocean somewhat.
Okay, well, you know what? Maybe we should
I
just stay
try and
like this.
help them back onto the board, sort of thing.
It takes a while, but after about half an hour, all four of you are now stood at the base of this rickety stone tower, which, as you notice, also sways with the waves.
Oh, that's not good.
This
Yeah, that's not
This
doing
is
wonders for my stomach.
horrible.
It's
Why are
only
we
about, weirdly enough, it's only like about 10 feet from side to side, although it is a good 40 or so feet tall.
Why are we here again?
Well, you didn't have to be here. I wanted to be here. I'm gonna knock on the door. There's
Well,
a
you
door.
reach up to knock up on the door, and you notice that there's a small brass plaque sort of placed on the door. Johann von Generico, Divination Services.
You
I couldn't
did
get it
it!
to rhyme.
You did it!
It literally says that. I couldn't get it to rhyme underneath.
Oh my god. I love it. Yeah, we just write that down. Couldn't get it to right. I'm knocking on the door.
Probably with the water.
Agnes is going to have such fun.
I'm just like torturing her.
I'm not meaning to.
So,
There's a reason why only Agnes can see him. All right, well, you knock on the door. No reply.
damn it.
Johan!
I knock again for politeness.
4 screams.
And then I try the door.
Well, you knock, still no reply, and you grab hold of the door handle. Which way do you pull it? Or
I
push it?
push it.
Right, you push and no, wrong way. And yeah, so then
Okay.
pull, and the door swings open to reveal a board behind it. Several boards, actually, a few wooden boards, to which, in the center, is a sort of circle. It's sort of chalk circles lined out, and then there's a little button with a little bit of fabric sort of tied around it, which says "Push me" on it.
It's a sigil.
Yeah, right. I don't care anymore.
Do you push it?
Yeah.
You push it, step back, kind of look around at everyone else behind you before you hear. As you look, there is now a sort of wavering portal just inside the door frame, which is his house.
Oh. Can I
Wizard shit, bro.
carefully walk
The
through it?
longer you wait, the more the portal seems to wobble.
Okay, I'm gonna just go through it then.
I
We're all
follow.
walking.
Well, you all walk through, and as Savangao's tail makes its way through, you hear as you turn to see that there is an empty door frame just casually set up from where you just walked through. You turn to look around, and you appear to be in a rather large room with no ceiling.
Oh,
Up above appears to be quite a nice day. The sun is hanging relatively high in the sky. It's quite warm. You glance around. There are some walls, although there's two other of these door frames just stood not in the walls, just slightly away from the walls. There are a few books, desks, plenty of desk books lying around, books piled high, bookcases. There seems to be a load of alembics and other alchemy ingredients, a bed, several pots for apparently boiling. There's a fire sort of crackling away in the center, and a human female looks up from a desk and goes, "Ah, yes. Can I help you?"
Hi. Yes. Sorry. I met Johan outside of Mapletide. Said he was good at divination scrying stuff. Wanted to request, stuff.
Ah, right. Well, I'm his assistant. I'm
Oh,
Julia Harrow Palm.
Julia?
Julia.
Yeah, probably not the one not related to the one you're thinking of as much as my parents would like. Anyway,
How do I spell that?
Wait,
Dear?
hold on, what?
roll history checks.
Oh, sweet.
Alright, screw it, why not?
Sure,
Or-
yeah.
Or, if it's better, Arcana.
Damn it. Wait, no, I wouldn't know any of this.
yeah,
Yes,
I don't know shit.
I'm
Yes,
just
you
looking for my
archaeologists will not
history.
be
Where the hell is
useful.
it here? History. Ah, it's
History
+1
or
anyway.
Arcana, whichever one's better.
It's going so badly this
Um,
session.
I can't fucking roll. Like each session, when it's not fighting, I can't roll.
They're both the same, so
But
it
you-
doesn't really matter.
Arsene? Four?
Hmm.
No clue.
What was her name? I missed it.
Julia
Julia.
Harrow Palm.
Palm,
I
thank
just
you.
put Julia, Johan's assistant.
Sano, the name Julia has something to do with magic? Savangal, you recall that one of the stories about Retlam actually was that it was founded by a human mage who went by the name of Julia. You cannot remember her last name, but you assume that's probably whom she is referring to.
Simon go pets her on the head.
Yeah, thank you. Right, I believe... Johan! Get out here! And you hear a sort of... You see a bookcase wobble slightly. What? Oh, friends!
Hello.
The guy comes out and he's now wearing a green hat with some sparkles on it instead this time.
Oh, new hat. That's cool.
Where do you
Oh, good to see you. You seem to have lost one of your number. Do you need me to find them?
No, they're
No,
okay.
she's not
Wasn't the
a fan
cat I
of
see?
water.
I actually didn't ask. I did ask where Agnes was. Did I? I don't remember. Oh, God.
We told her she was heading to the.
She
'cause
wanted
we're
to do
leaving.
something else, so.
That's completely fair.
She's not a fan of water.
There's no water around here.
Damn.
No, the tower. What tower?
The end.
The one your
Tower.
tower's over. What? Oh,
No.
you're on a pier. No, we're not. Well, no, I know. Oh, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
I knew he was a senile old man. Yeah.
She's just.
How can we?
Um,
They said you offered them something. She's now looking between Johan and you guys, as if sort of going, "Well, talk."
I
sorry.
look at.
I
I was saying. I
yeah,
don't know.
sorry,
here.
just me. They're just here for funsies. Scrying. How much for trying some scrying?
No, well, it depends. What are you trying to find out?
Find someone?
Find where they are.
Yeah, just
Well, that-
anything. Honestly.
Oh, anything. Well, we have a large range of what we can offer.
Oh God.
God,
Oh,
Julia,
God.
get the list.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
I'll find another copy of said list. I'm going to borrow some paper out the back of that freaking gnomes.
Is it just
Fire
like that
go.
one very long scroll that doesn't end?
Julia just sort of roll her eyes, pick up a scroll, and just start unrolling it.
How long is it?
Long. Oh boy,
It's of decent
Okay.
range.
I'm desperate. I've given up.
Without the
Desperate and
addition of
shooketh.
water.
I've been shook. So I've thrown caution to the wind.
Well, we have looking at areas. If that looking at a specific area, if that's what we have, finding the general location of a creature. That's normally the cat. We have finding out general information about a place, thing, or person of great significance. We have generally looking at people, finding people, the slightly more expensive version than finding your cat. Although with your cat, I think it would be the person one.
Oh,
We have seeing what there is to actually see, and we also have a very expensive service, and one which I can rarely perform, but seeing into the future. And with that, he sort of just waves his hands.
that's a mighty impressive
Okay.
range of things you can
Hold
do.
on.
Then. That's incredible.
Seeing into the future.
I didn't even get to write all that down. I was so impressed.
Wow.
So, what will be?
Oh
Um,
boy. Well, I mean, I would really like to know where they are. That would be great. But you know, I need to
They're
find
not a
them.
cat, are they?
No, they're not. Don't worry, they're an elf. I mean, I have. Night Eyes can help. He knows what they look like. He's telepathic, so we can share an image with you. I have, and I take off my necklace. I have this. This used to belong to them, and then they gave it to me, and I can describe them for you. I can try.
Yeah, describing would be useful. But also, do you know roughly where they were?
I last saw them outside Neverwinter.
Oh, great. Well, we're gonna have to go to Mapletide. There's a slight restriction on it, and I can't do it from here, distance-wise.
Okay, I do. I think they're still.
Oh, also, do you want to know prices before we actually agree to do this?
Yeah, that would be
Cerno
great
sort
too.
of pops up. Where's here? Sorry?
it's a good question.
Well, right here, my home.
Yeah, but
It's a very
Over there we
lovely-
have Ember West, and over there we have Lake Cross, and with his staff he points to the two other door frames.
okay.
No,
Where
ask them-
is
ask them
here?
know. You want to ask magic questions, but you don't know magic.
What city is what my friend is trying to ask?
I don't think I'd
If he's
bother
trying to ask about
asking
city,
to
the answer is no city.
Yeah, I knew that would be
I-
the answer.
Boy
Where
has
is
paper and he
here?
just goes
Is
and walks
it?
away.
Where is here? Or is
Right.
that?
Are we
Where you're
still on
standing.
No,
Are we
I.
still in the same plane as Mapletide?
Hey, a smart one! No, you're not! Which is why we need to go there. One of the limitations.
That was my
No,
next.
it was-
That was
yeah.
my next question. It was
He
thought
kind
I
of
would ask
hobbles
that
over to the
next.
frame, whacks the side of it with his stick, and you see the similar portal just reappear. The door is closed, and he kind of jams his stick through. You see the door swing open, and he kind of walks out.
Ooh, follow.
I
follow
guess we
very
gotta
closely.
follow.
You should probably follow him.
You forgot to tell me prices. Oh well, we'll find out outside then.
367 gold pieces.
Okay.
son of a bitch.
For just in general.
367 gold pieces for the finding of your person.
Perfect, great, sure, I can do that.
Or
Head up.
locating general area.
Mhm,
Go on
okay.
quickly before the portal closes. I don't like opening these. Shit.
Sorry.
She kind of walks over. She kind of walks over, kicks the frame, and you see it kind of spark back into life. I hate these things, and walks through.
Okay, I'm fine. Follow the route.
I follow.
We'll follow, apparently.
You all find yourselves back at the pier, with Johan sort of standing, wobbling slightly, going, "Oh God, this is awful."
Yeah, it's
Right,
fine.
who am I trying to find? Who's cat?
Not cat, my friend, please. A person that I know very well. Okay, so I have
Description?
item.
Actually, you know
item,
what? And he just kind of grabs your hand. Description?
Description. Night Eyes can help me with that. Night Eyes, can you tell?
Oh, hello there.
Yes, there he is. He's very sweet.
I
he
remember
can-
you. Yes, I do.
So lucky. People love fussing over him. Anyway, Night Eyes can telepathically share images with people, and he knows this person probably better than I do. I don't know. We've both.
Oh, that's brilliant. And he just kind of drops your hand. Yeah, let's do that. That'll help.
Okay, and I have this necklace which also belonged to them as well.
Oh, that should do as well. And he kind of sticks his hand out, just staring at Night Eyes. Go on there, little one.
Okay, go Night Eyes. Just whatever just general pictures, any memories, whatever.
You notice he is weaving in the he's wobbling in the opposite direction to the entire tower. He just seems slightly out of sync with it.
Good night, Mrs. Should I help steady him? Is he gonna be okay?
All right, and the necklace, please.
Yes, here you are.
Thank
Pass it
you.
to him.
Right. Oh, did we tell them how much it was going to cost? No, well, I did. 367 gold pieces. Is that all right?
That's perfectly fine.
We'll deal with payment once we get back in.
Ocean,
I stop feeling seasick.
What was that? Sorry? What?
Do
Sorry?
you need some help with that?
No, I'm all good. Thank you, though. Don't worry
Okay.
about me. I'm okay.
She has more money than you.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I've been hoarding. I've been hoarding for a very long time.
Same, but damn it.
I haven't spent it on anything but arrows.
All right, so he kind of clutches the necklace and then he opens his eyes and goes, "How far away do you think she'll be again?"
Well, I last saw her in Neverwinter.
Right.
Sorry. Yeah, and I.
Oh, this one's going to be draining.
Sorry, I've been
And he
trying
just,
to
with
find
that,
out.
he just kind of rolls back and sits down on his ass.
That's fair. You need any help with anything?
No. This image and this necklace should be all that I need. And right, here we go. Not a cat this time. And with that, he starts to mutter underneath his breath. And you wait a couple of seconds whilst he's muttering before he opens his eyes, and there appears to be a sort of ethereal glow around them. Ugh. Whew. Well, I can tell you that she is actually within the of Mapletide.
Here. Okay, she's here in Mapletide.
Right, inside, payment time. He kind of gets up, puts the necklace against you, and walks into the portal, into the door. You hear a thud as he kind of hits the wood, and then as the portal just creates itself.
Okay. Follow after him, I guess. Oh my god.
Wait.
Sorry.
Where?
Where? Do you know where a? I'll ask him after payment. But saw it. I think.
Comes
Might
in
be a
and goes,
good idea to do.
"Where's my assistant? I'm here, right? Money,
Mhm.
okay." And she kind of looks around and then runs over to her desk, kind of open a drawer, pulls out a sort of small chest, kind of opens it and goes, "You may, do you need change for platinum?"
Nope.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Closes it, puts it back down. Right then, 300 gold pieces, please.
You're fucking platinum.
What's doing this? Unless I'm counting this out. Is there anything else? Tell me about. What? Where? Just here, Mapletide. Nothing else.
She's it's a bit of a finicky
I know. Then.
magic, you know. They were walking. They were walking to the ocean, which is west. They were walking west. They were almost definitely on the pier part. Maybe going towards a ship or something.
No.
I'm not too familiar with that part of town. Maybe going to Barter Passage or something.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, thank you. Here's 367, was it? About right.
Thank you. And she kind of takes the very large bag of gold.
Yeah, I'll take it. It took a long time to.
Oh, thank you. And kind of just dumps it into a chest.
Thank you both kindly. I'm still writing, sorry, I have to find.
Not a problem. I'm gonna go for a nap. And he kind
I'm
of just
gonna
wanders off,
go-
and you hear a thump as he kind of just face plants into a bed.
Oh god, I do apologize about that, but thank you for the help. I've gotta go. Can we go?
Well,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just sort of jittering a bit. I need
What's
to
the
go.
cost of a cat? I was gonna ask. How much would a cat cost?
Why, you thinking of losing this one?
No, I mean a cat in general.
Well, normally because the people are from the town, it's about 100 gold pieces.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I needed to know. Thank you so much.
Yeah, there's some rich, weird people who live here.
I can see that.
Gives
So
us a
how do-
good income. Oh, it's
Boar
not just from
starts-
Mapletide. So,
Boar starts walking to Mapletide. This door, right? How do I open it?
yeah, looks back at Johan and goes, oh.
Do I
Give me
do
a
I do
second.
something or like?
Is
can I
that
do it?
all I can help you guys with? Is that all you wanted?
That's great, thank you. I'm gonna go now. Thank you.
Well, if you ever need to find someone else, another cat, or you know someone who's looking for a cat, do send them our way.
Of course.
Have a lot of cat clientele.
Been great.
Never
having
dogs.
chatted with
Those
you.
things are smart enough to stay with their owners.
You sure?
No, but maybe they just find them or they come back. I don't know.
No.
Quick
Mm.
question, because we're heading out soon. What about Oxenfront? You said you can spy on a general location. How much would that run me?
Well, he's gonna be tapped for quite a while.
I figured. I
Doing
just need
such a large area search is
draining.
well, difficult. If she wasn't within the area from here to Mapletide in a general circle-ish sort of shape, it's not quite a circle. Magic's kind of weird with the way it works.
No,
Also,
I was
if
just
if the path wasn't to her or it was blocked by rushing water, it also wouldn't have reached. But that general area is very draining on him.
Okay,
Much
I was
larger,
just-
and he's really pushing his limits. He may be out for a week or a month if he goes too much further beyond that.
I'm very lucky.
Okay, I
then.
was just
God.
asking about because you said a location, just a general location.
Oh yeah, that's significantly less draining than trying to locate a creature. Actually,
Okay, how much would that run me?
more expensive.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're looking around the 400, 500 gold mark, depending on well, what you're asking about. And also, we do have some difficulties finding some things. And there are some things that, although he won't say it outright, we do refuse to look at.
Okay.
I assume there's some perverts that have been asking some things to have that ruling.
Rich people have a lot of money and too much time on their hands.
A lot
One or
more.
two
My
have
wife's
wanted to
having an-
get an edge in the dating competition, I believe. Not that we helped. We did no such thing.
Glad to hear that.
I didn't hear a thing.
Of course, plausible deniability.
We did no such thing. If anyone asks, we still don't do any such thing.
All right.
Boy says nothing but smiles. Tries to walk.
Dono's ready to leave.
Let me turn that on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She sort of goes over And you notice that there's actually a familiar, well, I say familiar, but there's a similar drawn in chalk-like material on the edge of this door, and a gem sitting sort of in a holder, which she then sort of taps and runs her hand down, mutters a word, and it kind of portal strings
Ooh.
back to life.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Awesome.
It's,
I walked through.
Yep, straight through. Thank
As you
you.
go through, you go through, face hits the door as it swings open. You step out, you're quickly followed, and as the last person walks
No.
through, you turn to see her sort of give a small wave. Do come back, although if you're going to ask anything strenuous, give it a week. And then as the portal disappears
Okay.
and the
I
door
feel
begins to kind of
bad, I
swing closed slightly.
I feel bad. I trust the NPCs too much.
I immediately go to the weird rickety bridge, but because I know walking across it is a bad idea, I'm just going to try and like shuffle across it as quickly as I can. Sorry guys, change of plans. I'm going.
where?
Wait, what?
To
And with that, we'll call the session.
Hey.
it's so mean. If I find something.
It's 2:30 in the morning,
I know, I'm sorry.
and we've going for about
Yeah,
just
3
excited.
hours, 42.
3-ish hours.
I'm just very
Yes, ma'am.
excited because I keep rolling so badly at my investigation
Dude,
check.
all of this fucking rolling sucks today. Like, Jesus, I think Boar's
no-
only good unless he's in combat or some shit.
Oh god, I need to
You
see if I can
still
actually
went
leave the
to
town.
combat. How many times have you filled the AC even though you get multiple hits?
Shut up!
Agnes, no, the dead guy didn't say much. He just seemed very thrilled that there was someone who could hear him.
Oh, poor guy.
And he was being
I'm-
somewhat keeping his word and not trying to distract you.
Oh,
I'm now curious of what is given.
you're going really
Was,
badly beep boop.
Yeah.
I'm now curious. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was switching page on D&D Beyond. I'm now curious what gives Agnes that ability.
What ability?
I think it's a sorcerer magic.
The ability to see a dead person. But what the fuck's going on? I'm curious.
It could be a number of things, but so yes, I hope we all enjoyed this session. I certainly did.
Mm-hmm.
I certainly did as well. I'm sorry if.
It was a great session.
Yeah.
Glad
something
you
that
enjoyed.
something that I'm sort
It
of
hit-
like woo about is that as of this episode, we've gone over 24 hours worth of Dummies and Dice.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Lord.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, we'd be on 25, going on 26 odd. Wait, yeah, no, 25, 25-ish, yeah.
Mhm.
On 25-ish hours, at this point, and
Damn.
that, personally for me, really cool. Really cool.
Yeah, dude. I mean, how many episodes are we at now? Like 10?
This is 8.
No. This is 8. I
Yeah.
counting
This
off.
is session 23, however.
Yeah, because we were
Session
playing for...
23, That's...
Yeah, so yes, that was really cool and stuff. Yeah, so
Mhm.
on that note, thank you everyone for tuning into this episode of Dummies and Dice. We'll be back next week. Hopefully we'll be sort of on time. It just depends, really. We all have lives outside
Traffic
of the
just-
internet.
It's traffic.
Yeah. So thank you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye!
See ya.
Bye.